Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into First Arena here in Elmira, New York. The Elmira Mammoth take on the Delaware Thunder, who come in on a 8-game losing streak. The Mammoth come in on a 4-game losing streak. Jake Johnson alengside me, another new guest in the press box here at First Arena, Aaron Valentino. Aaron, how you doing today?
Well, Jake, it feels good to be back in a booth. This is not Oswego, New York, where both of us originate, but a very nice, I have to say, very nice facility here at First Arena in Elmira, New York. So very excited to see some FPHL hockey. It's going to be a good one tonight. And the Elmira Mammoths, they're looking to bounce back on a 4-game losing streak. Both these teams looking to get into 2023 on a high note. Delaware just 121-1 on the season, while the Mammoths 5-16-1. It's going to be a very good matchup tonight.
Yeah, the Elmira Mammoth coming in 4th place in the Empire Division. The Delaware Thunder 5th place in the Empire Division. I talked about a little bit in Carolina. The Mammoth have kind of been on a Continental Division slide. Unfortunately, they went off against the Columbus River Dragons, lost both those games. Then they took on Port Huron, lost both those games. And then last weekend against the Carolina Thunderbirds, lost both those games, giving up 19 goals in just the 2 days. So those 3 teams obviously play in the Continental Division. I think the Mammoth are happy to be back home, and I think they're happy to be back within their division because obviously they got their first ever franchise win against the Delaware Thunder, and it's a team that comes in struggling. So for the Mammoth, hopefully feasting on what could potentially be a chance to get them back in the win column.
Yeah, absolutely. In their next 4 games, the Mammoths, they're going to play the Delaware Thunder. So it is a real good chance for them to get back on track. The Thunder have lost 18 in a row. They haven't won since November, so they had a winless December. Talk about the New York Jets or the New York Giants or some of these other teams in the NFL having winless Decembers. Well, a hockey team who plays a lot more games, in the NFL you only play 4. Delaware had a winless December, so they are really looking to get back on track in their division as well. And Jake, like in any sport, the divisional games are the most important. The top 4 teams from each division are going to go to the playoffs, and these 2 teams right now fighting for that 4 seed in the Empire Division. So again, both these teams looking to get back on track. And again, I think they're both excited to revamp, restart, get into 2023, new year, new me, maybe new year, new team. For both of these clubs tonight.
Yeah, and for both of these clubs, they're coming in with new coaches. Obviously, the Delaware Thunder have had a new coach for a couple of weeks, and that being Brian Verbeek. He comes in from Wyoming, Ontario. Brother played in the NHL, current GM of the Anaheim Ducks. Brian Verbeek, a legend around the hockey community. So for the Delaware Thunder, they have a new bench boss. And for Elmira, obviously the change going from Glenn Tamaris to player assistant coach Mo Levac, assistant coach Michael Cosentino. Cosentino will be running the bench during the games. Obviously, Mo Levac will stay as a player. But a change for Elmira behind the bench. Mo Levac taking over the role as that player head coach for them. Parker Moskal stays as the player assistant coach. Just a lot of changes heading into 2023 for not just the Mammoth, but for both them and the Thunder. So we'll see how that kind of impacts this team coming into this new year.
Yeah, Mo Levac, I am so excited to watch him, his first game as player coach. He comes into this one with 13 points on the season, 10 assists, and 3 goals. I'm interested to see what he does and his impact on the game. And Jake, you've seen a lot more Elmira Mammoth games than I am. I'm interested to see how you see the game differently than what they did before under Glenn Tamaris. It's going to be a really fun thing to watch throughout. And yeah, Mo Levac, he's got to be excited. First game as the player coach, this leader of this team. And we'll see what he does to kind of change things up, maybe get Elmira a little bit of a winning streak here heading into 2023.
Yeah, as you mentioned, head coach Glenn Tamaris, wishing all the best for him as he goes through some family matters. Obviously, Coach Tamaris and me grew to love each other in these few months that he worked here, so obviously wishing him the best. I'm sure I'll see him around the arena, but it's tough to lose a guy like that from the arena and being around practice every day, but we're wishing the best for him and his family for the Elmira Mammoth tonight. And as you kind of mentioned, Aaron, you look at the Delaware Thunder trying to fight for that 5th place in the division, obviously coming in on the 18-game losing streak. We'll see if anything changes with them. They're adding a couple new guys to their lineup, a couple guys that the Elmira Mammoth are pretty familiar with. Guys like Dimitri Daniluk, TJ Delaney, Jakub Wolf. Jakub Wolf just traded the other day for future consideration. So all three of those guys in the lineup tonight for the Thunder. Another guy, Matt Bazarin, that's played some games this year. Andre Ivanov started training camp for the Elmira Mammoth. So a lot of familiar faces on the ice tonight. And we'll see if these two friendly foes are going to, be friendly with each other. Obviously, the intensity and the adrenaline of the game pick up, and maybe we see some scraps between former teammates.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very scrappy, hard-nosed game tonight. These two teams, again, fighting for that fourth-place spot in the division that will guarantee them a playoff spot come April. You're going to see these teams go at each other and play their hardest to try and get a win. Both these teams are desperate. I mean, look, Elmira, 4-game losing streak. Obviously, you want to get off the schneid. If you're Delaware, you've had almost 2 months straight of losing. You're 121-1 on the year. So you're definitely trying to get back on track. You look at the similarities with these teams. Power play for the Delaware Thunder just at 19%. The Elmira Mammoth is right under that at 18%. Where Delaware really struggles in that penalty kill, a 69% on the PK, which is nice, but not nice if you're a hockey team. You definitely want to get that figured out, and they hope to get to right the ship on that in the new year.
Yeah, and before we take a quick break, a couple changes for the Elmira Mammoth, letter and jersey-wise. Obviously, Molovac, being the new player coach, cannot wear the C. So just being named the captain and first time in franchise history, that one's going to be taken off his jersey. The Mammoth will elect not to have a captain for their team. It's going to be 3 alternate captains. Nick Gullo going to keep the A, Tim O'Connor going to keep the A, and the addition of the grinder, the enforcer on the team, Stavros Soilis, will earn an A for his jersey. So a couple new letters on the ice. You won't see a C. It'll be 3 A's for the Elmira Mammoth. Just about 12 minutes until puck drop here at First Arena. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get to our players to watch and our score prediction. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to the First Arena Press Box. Jake Johnson along me, Aaron Valentino. If you guys saw on your screen potentially some flashing lights, don't worry about it. Just some fire alarm tests going on here in the First Arena building. We're going to get to our players to watch and our score prediction. I'm going to have a quick programming note, obviously, for the Delaware Thunder. Missing one of their key contributors this season, number 29, Alex Susi. 16 games played, 10 goals, 12 assists. He is back home in Canada. Unsure if he's going to return to the Delaware Thunder this season. So unfortunately for them, missing one of their top players other than Dennis Gafarov. Susi comes in second on the team in goals, leading the team in assists, and second on the team in points. So unfortunately for them, they're going to be missing one of their key contributors out there on the ice. Aaron, I'll let you start your player to watch for the Delaware Thunder.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Dennis Gafarov. He comes in as the points leader. It's an easy pick for me. 16 goals on the year for him, 8 assists, 27 points so far on the year. Listen, you know, in a game like this where you're looking to get back on track, where you're looking to get back in the winning column, you need your stars to show up, and that is exactly what Gafarov is going to look to do tonight for the Elmira Mammoth. You know, they're only averaging 3 goals a game on the season. He is a big contributor to that, and they might need more than 3 goals tonight to get this one done. So for me, it's going to be Dennis Gafarov for the Delaware Thunder. I think he's going to be a big factor in tonight's game.
Gafarov averaging 1.2 points per game this season for the Delaware Thunder, so we'll see if he can help contribute to get the Thunder back on track. Now for the Delaware Thunder, I'm going to go with number 15, Chris Corrigan. 23 games played this season, 10 goals and 5 assists. He was traded from Motor City to the Delaware Thunder earlier this year. He's played up in the SPHL, and earlier this season he had a 4-goal game against the Watertown Wolves. Comes in the team second in scoring with 10 and fourth on the team in points with 15. So for the Delaware Thunder, going to be looking to get Chris Corrigan going. As I mentioned, the 4 goals against Watertown. Obviously, he can take over a game if they let him. Him and Dennis Gafarov looking to do that tonight for the Delaware Thunder. Aaron, your player to watch tonight for the Elmira Mammoth.
I mean, it's got to be Mo Levac, right? His first game as player coach for the Elmira Mammoth. You know, they've been in practice this week. They've implemented his scheme and his practice tactics, and it's his first game tonight as the player coach. He comes into this one 13 points on the year, 10 assists, and 3 goals. I'm really interested to see how he has changed the dynamic of this team and how the Elmira Mammoths are going to play going forward with him at the head. It's going to be a very fun game tonight, and he's going to be a very fun player to watch. I'm sure he's fired up for this one.
My player to watch tonight for the Elmira Mammoth, back in the lineup. Super excited, obviously. He's been up here in the booth with me. Now he's back down on the ice. Excited to see new number 7, Noah Wild. 2 games played this season before breaking his wrist against the Binghamton Black Bears. 1 assist in that game. And also, he played last season for Delaware. 42 games played, 5 goals, and 13 assists. So Noah Wild finally back in the lineup. I know the fans have been screaming for it all season long. He's became a fan favorite here wearing the purple and orange. We'll see what he can do tonight for Elmira as we get set for a puck drop. Aaron, your score prediction.
I'm gonna go 6-1 Elmira. I think they get off to a hot start. They're gonna be fired up. New coach is one of their own in Mo Levac. I think they're gonna be fired up for this one. And again, you know, the Delaware Thunder 69% on that penalty kill. I think there's gonna be some power play goals tonight from the Mammoths.
I like how you're thinking. I'm going to go with a 6-2 victory for the Elmira Mammoth. Like you said, I think they're going to come out firing, working on a lot of new stuff this week in practice, really trying to get themselves back in place and get back on a winning streak. 6-2 final from me up here in the press box. 1.5 minutes until we get puck drop. We're going to take a quick break. They're going to announce starting lineups and the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. Puck drop just moments away. Props to our national anthem singer here at First Arena, doing it as the fire alarm is going off. As I mentioned, fire alarms have been tested all week. Trust me, it's all normal protocol here as the Elmira Fire Station just checking things out here at the First Arena. Jake Johnson alongside me, Aaron Valentino. Aaron, honestly, pretty good job to get through that and continue singing while it's going
That's
off.
what I was trying to say. The composure. To keep your composure with the fire alarm, and you're not only got fire alarms going off, you've got the flashing lights as well in the dark. I'm sure that's very distracting. So the composure to sing the national anthem, get it right, get it done. And now these fans here at First Arena, they are fired up tonight for this first matchup of 2023. And with the play-by-play, here's Jacob Johnson.
20 minutes on the clock. Starting lineups: Kyle Stevens, Stavros Soilis, Tate Leeson, your defenseman Noah Wild, and Tyler Pikarski. And in goal for the Elmira Mammoth, Harley White. For the Delaware Thunder, Chris Corrigan, TJ Delaney, Austin Weber. On the defensive side, Rasmus Asp and JC Moritz. And in goal is going to be Trevor Martin. Mammoth win the opening faceoff and play it deep into the corner. Moritz going to ring it around, kept in though by Stavros Soilis along the Elmira College dasher. Worked out in the neutral zone. Now Noah Wild plays it back. Pikarski will play it in. Leeson gets a piece. It's kept at the blue line. Now played in Tate Leeson, and we're going to get an offsides. Bring the face-off into the neutral zone at 19:37.
Yeah, Elmira looking to keep the puck on Delaware's side of the ice tonight. They are doing it early, and folks, I think this is going to be one where you see Elmira dominate possession. Where do the battles really begin in a game like this? First game in the new year, well, they begin in the neutral zone, and Elmira, just in the first 30 seconds, has won all of those battles so far.
Kyle Stevens wins the face-off back for Pikarski. He'll go to Wild. Wild will play it off the boards. Great for Stevens. Stevens going to work his way in. 3 games played this season, 3 goals. Work to the near side boards. Skating out is Gafarov. Gafarov plays it in deep. White raises the hand, and we'll get an icing at 19:21. Bring the face-off right back down into the Mammoth zone.
You know, normally, Jake, I'm used to you talking for like the first 2 minutes. You know, back in Oswego, you had a lot of those where play would go on for 5 minutes, and you'd be like, "Oh my God, I need a drink of water." But you got no big water bottle up here, like you did back in your college days. Have you matured a little bit? Have you grown out of the water bottle?
No, we get media timeouts here. It gives your your breath some time. It's worked behind the cage. Don Carter on. Carter works to the near side. He walks out in front, has it on the backhand. That one blocked. It's worked up for Gafarov. Gafarov in the neutral zone for Malushkin. Malushkin, a newcomer to the Thunder. As it's in the offensive zone of the Thunder, a shot coming on by Daniluk, dumped in to the near side corner. Campbell has that one bounce off the sideboard. It's kept at the blue on Gafarov. Gafarov walking in, he shoots that one, blocked by a stick, and goes up into the netting. Just a minute and 12 seconds gone here in the period.
Well, Jake, you said Elmira. They don't keep track of block shots here in this league, but you did say Elmira, they would lead the lead in block shots if that's the case. So you see one there early on, giving their goalie a little bit of help and a little bit of a break in their defensive zone.
Just one shot so far in this game. Is the faceoff going to be won by the White Sweaters? Oganezov lines up that shot, blocked and played wide. Bounces off the boards, and it's going to be played up Jakub Wolf. Wolf in his first minutes wearing the new jersey. He's going to work his way out with it. Oganezov going to dump it right back in. Seamus Lombard. Lombard going to work to the far side, pass out for Asp. Asp throws a shot on stick, saved by White. And Campbell going to clear the zone. That one going to be played all the way down. Foot race between Asp and Crawford. Crawford beats him to the puck. Levac, his first minutes of this game. It's going to be Don Carter. Carter tried to get a pass through for Crawford, picked up by Bazarin. Another former Elmira Mammoth, Matt Bazarin. He'll keep it in the neutral zone, play it back defensively. Martin will have to come out and play with a stick. Up for Austin Weber in the neutral zone. Weber, cross ice pass off the skate of Levac. And Corrigan will play back with it. Andrei Ivanov goes D to D with Dmitry Daniluk. 2 former Mammoth defenseman. Has a pass across, that one right for Mosko. Mosko walking in, he dangles by on the backhand, looks to wrap it around, sends it off the back of the netting.
Mosko almost with a big play there. Elmira trying to take back the momentum as Delaware's dominated possession.
Dmitry Daniluk, the defenseman, skating in. He's going to play down low. Delaney. Delaney takes a shot, that one. Just worked by Harley White. He got a piece of it. Now back for Dakota Seaman. Dakota Seaman playing defense tonight for the Elmira Mammoth, switching from his normal forward position. Saucer pass across. Daniluk throws a shot on that one, blocked out in front. Now a wraparound chance. Harley White looked to cover it up. Now it's sent out into the neutral zone.
Harley White, a couple of good saves at the other end. Delaware doing a great job of making him work here in the last 2 minutes.
Weber tried to play it in and take a bad bounce off the boards, and Piekarski will clean up. He'll go for Tate Leeson. Leeson sandwiched by Asp.
Ref almost got taken out there.
Now it's to the far side and played back into the defensive zone for J.C. Moritz. Tate Leeson got a piece of it. Moritz looked to play it in. The pass is bouncing up in the air. Comes back for Piekarski. Piekarski will skate by Stevens. He'll play it in deep. Martin has it on his stick. Plays it to the far side corner. Piekarski will dump it down low. Leeson. Leeson will skate in. He loses control of that one. Good poke check there, and Delaware will head the other way. It's Malushkin. Malushkin crosses the red line. Opts to play it in. No Weil will skate on. Malushkin beats him to the puck. Now it's for Gafarov. Gafarov to the blue line. Oganezov. Oganezov takes a shot right into the chest of Harley White, and he'll hold on to it.
A little bit of extracurriculars there down at the end behind the net. But listen, Jake, this is not what we expected here. The first minute or so, both these teams seem to be filling each other out. Elmira had a couple opportunities early on in their offensive zone, but Delaware's really dominated possession the first 4 minutes of this game. They want to get back on track, and these are two not-so-high scoring teams, so any chance they get to score, they're going to need to capitalize on it. No team's been able to do it so far, but we've got a long way to go in this one.
The Mammoth averaging 2.8 goals per game, and Delaware at 3 goals per game. So as you mentioned, they're not the highest of scoring teams. As Crawford sends a saucer pass across, Oganezov has to go pick up. Comes to Martin, and he'll elect to hold on to it for a face-off as Anderson was putting pressure on.
Yeah, really interesting the decision there. Now you're going to have a face-off in the Elmira offensive zone. We'll see if they can make something work, maybe take the momentum back in this game.
Trevor Martin this season, 18 games played, 5.79 goals against average, an 873 save percentage, and a 115-1 record with 96 goals allowed. It's going to be worked up. Jakub Wolf plays it by Maratea. Harley White comes out of his cage to play it. Wraps it around the boards. It's kept in at Oganezov, and a deflection goal, and they score. Looks like they'll give credit to Eric Oganezov on the goal, and the Delaware Thunder on the board at 15:37. Oganezov's first of the season.
Yeah, I was just about to say Oganezov. Well, first goal of the season, first goal in 2023 for the Delaware Thunder, and that is quite the shot from almost the blue line. And Delaware, they have taken an early 1-0 lead as they look to end their 18-game losing streak. And for the Mammoths, you got to get momentum back. You've got to tie this game up. You don't want to let this one get out of hand early.
Oganezov was on the Binghamton Black Bears earlier season, traded to Delaware. He has 8 assists in 21 games. He gets the Delaware Thunder on the board. Jakub Wolf doing his job as we're going to have a delayed penalty coming up on the Mammoth. Not what you want to see, as Molovac is going to head to the sin bin.
Well, that's exactly what you not want. You give up a goal, and now you're giving up a penalty. The Elmira Mammoths, 79% on the penalty kill this year. I believe that is 9th in the FPHL. Delaware, they are just 19% on the power play. A little bit better than Elmira. Elmira sits at 18%. So first power play of the game. I said this one's going to be chippy, and early on we are getting that. Just 5 minutes in, we have our first penalty.
Mammoth 79% on the penalty as we get a Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill here at First Arena, and Dalton Anderson clears the puck down. Waiting behind the net is Andre Ivanov. Ivanov with pressure from Kyle Stevens. Stevens putting pressure on now, creates a turnover, tried to send it out in front. Now it comes out, Dalton Anderson shoots, and they score! The Elmira Mammoth get a shorthanded goal, and Dalton Anderson ties the game up.
Dalton Anderson, what a play by him, getting the short-handed goal. You know, head coach Ed Gosek used to always say to us, Jake, what gives a team good momentum? Nothing like a nice penalty kill. And in the first 23 seconds of this penalty kill, guess what? Not only did they take momentum back, but they have tied the game up. This game is completely flip-flopped. Unfortunately for Elmira, they are still going to be on this penalty kill, but a short-handed goal, that's going to get you fired up and ready to go. I bet Mo Levac and his crew are ready to roll for the rest of this one.
Fourth goal of the season for Dalton Anderson, and that would not have been a goal without the pressure from Kyle Stevens. What a job behind the net to put pressure on Andrei Ivanov, create the turnover, send the pass out front, and pass it right to Dalton Anderson, who was waiting in the slot to put it in the back of the net. And the Mammoth tie things up under 15 minutes to play.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's what you want to see. That's what all these fans want to see. Is we've got some business going on in the right corner.
Well, they called an icing.
All right.
On the penalty kill. It's not a thing.
Yeah, you're right. It's not a thing.
So, official obviously knew what he did, tapped his chest, said, my bad. It's going to bring a neutral zone, a center ice face-off at 14:42. Face-off won by the Mammoth, and Piekarski plays it off the glass, takes a bad bounce. He was looking for it to go all the way down, picked up in the defensive zone by Oganezov. Played into the trapezoid, and worked on out by Chris Corrigan. Corrigan will skate to the far side, pressure from Tate Leeson. Now Nick Gola works his way in. Oganezov for Corrigan. Corrigan in the neutral zone, held off by Golo, now for Matt Bazarin. Bazarin takes a shot, that one blocked by Piekarski. At the blue line, Oganezov. Weber looks to set up, throws it across looking for Asp, and it comes out of the zone.
Asp just missed that one. It was a nice idea, just couldn't get a stick on it to put it in the back of the net.
Bazarin up for Asp. Asp throws it on net, that one wide of Harley White, now works to Weber. Weber has it stuck between his skates, works his way in at the face-off dot to the blue line for Oganezov. Oganezov shoots that one, saved with a stick by White. Now Houston gonna play it out. Oganezov for Bazarin. Bazarin one-timer, that one saved by White. He sticks it into the corner. O'Connor flops Asp on the ground, and Golo clears the puck. 13:36 to play here in the period. 15 seconds remaining on the Levac penalty. Now a pass loose out in front. Stevens on the back end, he shoots, and that one's saved by Martin.
Stevens with the puck steal and the dangle right in front of the Delaware goalie and not able to make the play. Now Delaware trying to score.
Malushkin the other direction. Levac out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Oganezov, pass down low. That one just deflected wide by Houston Wilson. 2-on-2 the other direction. Anderson, he's with Levac, goes for Levac. Levac takes a shot, that one saved by Martin.
Elmira now back to full strength as they look to take the lead in this one.
Battle in the corners. Levac and Oganezov going at it. Now for Dennis Kafarov. Kafarov down the near side boards. He's going to pass for Malushkin. Malushkin walking by, drags, saved by White.
What a play by White. Standing on his head, doing the splits to save that one.
2-on-1 the other way. Dakota Seaman shoots, he goes up and over.
A great 2-on-1 over there. Seaman just shot the puck a little too high that time.
Worked into the neutral zone, Tim O'Connor. He's going to skate in. O'Connor looked to take a shot. It's played into the far side corner. Soylis lines up. That one blocked. Malushkin almost combines with Houston Wilson. Pass into the neutral zone. Gafarov comes for Golo. Golo with a 2-on-3. Goes for Carter. Carter going to play it down low. Works behind the cage. J.C. Moritz the first to the puck. Gafarov picks it up along the half wall. Goloff putting pressure on. And now it's for Moritz. Moritz. Cross ice for Dmitry Daniluk. Still kept in the offensive zone by the Mammoth. Wolf lead. A hit from behind by Golo. Golo keeps it in the zone. Wolf with a high stick. And the Mammoth are going to head to the power play at 11:53.
Mammoth's first power play of the game. 18% on the power play this season. Well, I mentioned the Delaware Thunder really struggling on the penalty kill. Just 69%, which is nice. But unfortunately for them, that is not nice in terms of hockey. It looks like we got a little bit of a media timeout.
Yep, our under 15-minute media timeout. And this one took a little longer because you obviously can't take a media timeout directly after a goal. And the Mammoth scored theirs below the 15-minute media timeout. So the first stoppage here at 11:53. And it's going to be Jakub Wolf, former Elmira Mammoth, who got a stick just up into the bucket of Nick Gullo. And the Mammoth are going to head to the power play for the first time today.
So again, still no water for you, which again, this is very weird for me, folks, because it was constant with the water back in the day. Now we're old men doing our pro broadcast. It's actually my first pro broadcast tonight, so very, very excited about that. And I gotta say, Jake, this first arena, this is my first look at it in person. very nice facilities here for the Elmira Mammoths, their inaugural season here in the FPHL. And again, the fans are rowdy and they're ready to go as Elmira, they're looking to make this first season a success here and be successful on this power play coming up.
The power play 1 unit out there for the Mammoth. It's going to be Mo Levac, Kyle Stevens, Stavros Soilis, Parker Moscow, and the lone defenseman is going to be Nathan Campbell. It's going to be Stevens, plays it out to the blue line, Campbell. Campbell going to play it right back down low. Stevens for Levac. Levac along the near side, comes out to Campbell at the blue line. Campbell cross ice Moscow. Moscow finds Stevens. Stevens walking in, he shoots, tried to pick a corner, and Martin with a glove save.
Nice save by Martin with the glove, able to just pick that one right out of the air. The Mammoths able to keep it on their side. Just 16 seconds in, they're already going to have another face-off in their own zone.
So we get a Flynn power play. A warning issued to Kyle Stevens and Oganezov. And now another one. Another face-off warning, and it's going to kick Levac out of the draw. It's going to bring in Stavros Soilis. Stevens will switch sides. Works below the goal line. Oganezov on the backhand. Kept in at the blue line by Campbell. Campbell whiffs on the pass. Has to work it out into the neutral zone. Mammoth going to clear the zone. Back for Moscow. 1.5 minutes left on the power play. 11:22 left in the first period. Moscow skating in. Parker Moscow skating through on the near side. Crosses into the blue line. Works in the high slot on the backhand. Wraps it through. Kyle Stevens picks up. Stevens walking in. He's going to spin along the faceoff dot. Cross ice Moscow. That one hops over his stick, comes out in the neutral zone.
And Moscow, you could see he wanted that one. He's hungry. He's looking for that goal after that miss earlier in the game. Stevens
pass up for Levac. Picked up by Stavros Soilis right around the half wall. And it comes out from Malushkin. Malushkin, he has Wilson. Wilson skating in. Wilson, he picks his shot, and that one's saved by White. Backhand chance. Harley White will cover it up.
And a couple of shorthand opportunities for each of these teams. Just 48 seconds to go here in this Elmira Mammoth Flynn power play. Get a little self-plug in there for Mr. Kevin P. Flynn. But Elmira, they're looking to take the lead. And again, a good power play, that can sustain momentum, which they have at the moment. Let's see if they can capitalize here.
Dalton Anderson wins the face-off as the power play 2 unit comes out. Consisting of Tim O'Connor, Dalton Anderson, Tate Leeson, Nick Gullo, and Chris Hunt. Hunt's first action of the game as Gullo looked to avoid a hit, loses the puck, but Tim O'Connor right there to retrieve. He'll wait behind White, just 30 seconds remaining on the Wolf penalty. Leaves off for Tate Leeson. Leeson drop pass O'Connor. O'Connor for Gullo. Gullo now for Leeson. 3-on-2 the other way. Tate Leeson walking in. Drop pass Anderson, now down low for Hunt.
And you saw what they were trying to set up there. Hunt just a little outstretched, and that was all the time Delaware needed to get that puck back and clear it.
Puck cleared all the way down. White comes out of his net to play it. Saucer pass up for Hunt. Hunt with a 2-on-2. He has Tate Leeson. They'll go for Leeson. Leeson cross ice off the skate of Oganezov and clears his zone. Wolf back to full strength working in. Jakub Wolf skating in. That one poked off his stick by Pikarski. Played to the blue line Moritz. Moritz throws a shot on that one, goes up and over off the glass. Oganezov keeps in. He lines up that one. Up and over as well. We have an upcoming penalty here. Shot on. Harley White makes the save. And the Mammoth will head to the penalty box for interference at 9:30.
Eric Oganezov, who scored his first goal of the season tonight, the only goal the Thunder have in this one. He is very comfortable from around the blue side. On the near side, he's able to fire it in there. And it's worked so far tonight, scoring 1 goal. But now we're tied up, and Elmira, they are going to go back on this penalty kill, which they are 1 for 1 for on the night thus far.
It's going to be Tate Leeson heading to the box for interference. Not only are the Mammoth 1 for 1 tonight on a penalty kill, but they are 1 for 1 on shorthanded goals tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, they just, maybe they just play better with 4 players. Maybe that's Mo Levac's whole strategy. Let's get down a man, let's get motivated, and let's score some goals.
Could be.
On the PK.
So just a couple minutes later, we got another Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill here at First Arena. 9.5 minutes remaining in the first period. 1's across the board, 1 for Elmira, 1 for Delaware, and 1 in the period as we get set back for action at the under 10-minute media timeout.
1's across the board here at First Arena. Look at that.
first.
I
There
mean,
it is.
I mean, it's all the signs you need, folks. I don't for what a sign for. I don't know what, but it's definitely a sign.
Wilson and Anderson on the face-off. That one worked right for Dimitri Daniluk. Daniluk plays it out, intercepted there by Pikarski, and a hit a body and comes right back in the zone. Houston Wilson behind the net. He'll work to the far side, play it out in front. Dalton Anderson, he'll clear the zone. Trevor Martin comes out to play it. He'll skate behind the net, and he'll leave it back for Dimitri Daniluk. Daniluk skating through the defensive zone. Pass through the neutral zone for Malushkin. Malushkin with O'Connor face guarding him, and we'll get an offsides at 8:59.
Let me ask you a question. We're about 11 minutes in, Jake. Elmira going through a coaching change, heading into this new year. Are you seeing, I haven't had a chance to watch every Elmira Mammoth game, are you seeing any differences so far?
Not quite yet, just because the,
Still getting started.
Yeah, on the penalty kill for a majority of this one so far. So unfortunately, not too many changes just yet for this Elmira Mammoth team, but we'll see throughout the game if there's any clear changes for the purple and orange. Pass flipped up in the air. Kyle Stevens looks to skate on. Trevor Morton going to play into the near side boards. Wilson picks it up in the defensive zone. Malushkin pressured from Nick Gullo. Now it's played into the far side right in front of the Mammoth bench. Under a minute left here on the power play for Delaware. Gafarov entering in. Comes to the stick of Harley White. White going to flip it down off the top of the fingers of Gafarov and clears the zone.
Gafarov almost grabbed that one right out of the air, but a good clear by Trevor White.
Now it's Andre Ivanov. A pass for Austin Weber. Weber will skate through the neutral zone. Turnover created there by Nick Gullo. Gullo looks to kill some time, and he's just going to flip it all the way down. Mammoth will get some new penalty killers and fresh legs on the ice. 17 seconds remaining on the Tate Leeson penalty. Chris Corrigan through the zone. Pass for Austin Weber. Weber going to play it in deep. Corrigan for Weber. Weber with some space. He sends it out to Blue, and Asp rinds up that one. Nowhere near the net. Leeson out of the box, back to 5-on-5 hockey. And Mammoth 2 for 2 tonight on the penalty kill. Seaman tried to play it through for Isaiah Crawford. Hand raised, and we'll get an icing at 7:20.
2 for 2 on the penalty kill tonight for Elmira, and that's exactly what you love to see. You don't want to give up a goal when you're a man down. That changed the momentum of the game. And again, they don't want to. Delaware has lost 18 in a row. If you're Elmira, you do not want to be the team that A, gives this team their second win, and B, is the team that they snap this very long losing streak against.
So it's going to be Seamus Lombard on the faceoff. It's back for Maratea. Maratea spins below the goal line, tries to work his way out with it, leaves it off Dalton Anderson. Wolf, unable to keep it in the zone, comes out for Oganezov. Sends a cross-ice pass, Matt Bazarin. Bazarin throws a shot on, saved by White. Maratea is played to the ground. Now a pass out in front. Lombard tried to get through to it for Asp. Asp, he's going to throw a shot on, picked up by Wolf. Wolf tried to center it. Maratea right there. Maratea sandwiched by Lombard. Now it comes out for Tate Leeson. Leeson's just going to chip it through. Picked back up by Rasmus Asp. In the defensive zone, Dakota Seaman. Goes for Maratea. Maratea for Crawford. Crawford going to play it in. Mammoth for a line change. Levac holds Asp off the puck. He lays a hit now. Nick Gullo goes down in the corner. Able to get back to his feet. Bodies flying all over the place here at First Arena at 6:22 to play. Oganezov for Asp. Now Weber. Weber tried to send a pass across off the skate of Moskal. And now Oganezov will clear the zone. Pikarski bats it, plays it his tape. He'll spin and redirect and head it up for Parker Moskal. He's kept at the red line. Moskal will skate through the neutral zone. He tried to drag by. Weber with a turnover. He'll walk in, he'll shoot. Glove save there by White, and he'll hold on to it for a face-off.
Delaware getting the momentum back in this game, dominating possession in their own zone, trying to take the lead in this one. They did come out hungry, and they look like they are ready to finally snap this losing streak that has been going on for almost 2 months. They look ready, they look focused, and they're trying to take advantage of Elmira maybe maybe a little laxed, getting ready under Mo Levac early on.
Ivanov going to throw it on net. That one plenty wide. It's kept in the zone by Dmitry Daniluk. He's hit by Stavros Soilis. Puck kept in the zone, though. It's Tim O'Connor, the defensive end. Pass up for Soilis. Gets a piece of him, and Daniluk escapes back into the defensive zone. He whiffs on his pass. Tate Leeson right there to clean it up. Tate Leeson held up by Ivanov. No hands raised, no penalty coming. Now Leeson right out in front. He wasn't ready for it and was handcuffed. Now back to Leeson. Leeson in the high slot. He's going to work in. Play it down low, Soilis. Soilis on the backhand centering pass. Nobody home to it except for the Thunder. It's Gafarov and Malushkin. Malushkin for Gafarov. Gafarov between the legs, Malushkin. Malushkin suits, and a save by White.
Elmira Leeson, a couple of opportunities in his own zone to get a goal, but Delaware, with the very strong defense, they were able to get that puck, move it back up the ice, and get a shot on goal. White making the save right into his chest, so a good start for him. 5:11 left to go here in the first period. This one's moving right along, folks.
At 5:11, we're going to get a face-off. Jakub Wolf, pressured by Merite, able to come away with the puck. Plays it down low for Lombard. Lombard hit by Dakota Seaman. They play up along the glass. Puck works its way out. Lombard going to play it out to the blue line Moritz. Moritz going to dump it right back in. Comes for Wolf. Wolf centering pass, and that one poke checked through by Dalton Anderson.
Nobody home for Delaware on that one. Right in front of the net, that puck was sent.
Works to the far side. Christopher Merite going to skate on. Merite, saucer pass up. Jumps by Chris Hunt.
Just past the outstretched glove, or excuse me, stick, this isn't baseball, of Hunt. Not able to get it. Delaware going to get the puck back.
Carter tried to send a pass out front. Lombard got a piece of it, and Asp going to skate back in the defensive end. He'll work to the near side, working in the neutral zone, and skate by Don Carter. Levac plays Asp to the ground. Pikarski up for Levac. Levac going to flip that puck in, and that one going to go soaring into the Delaware Thunder bench. And we'll get a under 5-minute media timeout at 4:10.
This game moving right along. 4:10 to go at this media timeout. This game tied at 1 goal apiece. And so far in this game, you know, you're seeing a lot of things. These aren't two high-scoring teams like we've mentioned before. 2.8 goals per game for the Elmira Mammoths, just 3.0 for the Delaware Thunder. They've had some opportunities, both teams early on, both goalies playing pretty well for both sides, and no one has been able to find the twine, as our great friend Mike Roast would say. Nobody's been able to find the back of the net since that penalty kill goal by the Elmira Mammoths early in this one.
You're looking at the shots, Delaware with 14, the Mammoth with just 5 here at 4:10 to play. You see Mo Levac getting his team together there with assistant coach Michael Cosentino, another former press box member and color commentator for the Elmira Mammoth YouTube and Elmira Mammoth Mixler down there doing his job for this Mammoth team, coaching them up as they get set for the last 5 minutes of the period.
Yeah, in these last 5 minutes, they want to completely take back this game. They want to get back in control of this one. They want to capitalize. Like you said, Delaware has 14 shots so far. Elmira just 5. You need more than that if you're going to score more goals and win some hockey games. They need to get the puck back in their own zone and get some shots on that.
Face-off one by Elmira. Moscow with a backhand pass for Levac. Levac with a sliding play at the blue line. He takes down Oganezov. No tripping call. Delaney tried to get it through for Chris Corrigan. Picked off by Nick Gullo. He'll flip into the zone. Levac skates deep to pick the puck up behind Andrei Ivanov. Right out in front. He shoots that one wide of Trevor Martin.
Mo Levac almost with his first goal as player coach in this one.
Now Delaney for Weber. 2-on-2 the other way. Weber tries to work by Christopher Maratea. Tried to hit him with a spinorama. Unfortunately couldn't get by. Comes for Nick Gullo. Gullo goes high off the glass. That one going to work its way down into the defensive end. Doesn't reach the red line with 3:20 to play. Pass working through the center. Now Gafarov loses that one as Stevens tried to send a pass through his Asp. Asp walking in. He shoots that one wide of White off the glass. Campbell sent down. Malushkin, a pass across, and we'll get an interference call, and the Elmira Mammoth will head to the power play.
And a little bit of extracurriculars down there. And players looking at each other, trying to figure this out. things seem to be settled down. So Elmira, they are going to go back on the power play in this one, which is exactly what they need. 3 minutes to go here in this one. And, you talk a lot about what's the key to scoring goals, what's the key to getting momentum. Well, it's pucks and people on that. And that's, we talk about that a lot in hockey. And to get back in this game, that's what Elmira needs to do. They need to get more pucks and people on that. When they've had possession, they've been able to get the puck right in front of the net. Now it's about finishing those opportunities. So a 2-minute power play for the Elmira Mammoths coming up.
So Rasmus Asp heads to the penalty box for 2 minutes with 3:02 to play, as we'll get another the law office of Kevin P. Flynn power play here at First Arena. That power play 1 unit back out there for the Mammoth. It's going to be Stevens to the blue line. Campbell cross ice looking for Moskal. Comes out of the zone. Mammoth will have to work their way out as Levac looked to work in. Stevens hadn't cleared the zone yet, and the Mammoth will be offside.
Molovak thought he had an opportunity. Unfortunately, the offside. Stevens saying that was my bad. And now we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone.
Right in front of the Delaware Thunder bench with 2:52 to play. 15 shots just to the Mammoth 5 here in a 1-1 game. Soilis goes back to pick it up. They'll play into the defensive zone for Campbell. Campbell, the only defenseman on the ice for the Elmira Mammoth with this power play. They'll wait behind the net. Parker Moskal thought about coming to swoop the puck up now. He'll get a pass from Campbell. Campbell for Levac. Levac for Soilis. Soilis working in. Changes directions, works below the goal line. Pass for Moskal. Moskal let it go through for Stevens. Stevens back down low, Soilis. Soilis with pressure from behind by Daniluk. He's held up along the boards. Campbell can't keep it in the zone as it goes underneath his skate with 1:12 to play on the power play.
Campbell could have completely reset the power play, and it just went right under his skate, and it'll work out as a clear for the Delaware Thunder.
Campbell holding off Wilson. We're going to make up for his mistake, plays it down low. Austin Weber puts pressure on, and he'll flip it all the way down. Harley White off for Leeson. 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Tate Leeson will skate through into the offense zone. Tate Leeson shields his body weight. Leeson shoots, saved by Martin. Now Stevens, that was Hunt with a shot.
Leeson with skating through 3 defenders to get that shot, and then it was Hunt on the rebound, but unfortunately, Elmira Mammoth can't capitalize on that great opportunity.
Leeson will work his way by. Leeson for Hunt. Hunt shooting, and he scores! Chris Hunt with his first goal as an Elmira Mammoth, and they take a 2-1 lead on the power play.
Leeson and Hunt, I just mentioned them a couple minutes ago. They had a great opportunity on the rebound by Chris Hunt. This time it's Leeson just passing it to Hunt right in the middle of the ice, and he fired it in the back of the net. And here we go, folks. Elmira, they've now taken a 2-1 lead. They've come all the way back to the top in this one with just 1:26 to go here in this first period. That's exactly what player coach Mo Levac needed for this team. It's 2-1. And they got to be smiling it out, that one. And Chris Hunt, what a goal for him.
Chris Hunt with his 8th goal of the season, his first with this Elmira Mammoth team. And the Mammoth take a 2-1 lead with 1:26 to play here in the period. And
ref was talking to the scorekeeper there.
I believe the Mammoth are going to head.
Are they taking the goal off the board?
They're not. They're actually going to head to the power play here. The Elmira Mammoth.
It's gonna It's gonna be 4-on-4 hockey here. It looks like both of them are heading to them, but maybe not.
No, it's a power play opportunity
for
the Mammoth. Power play. Austin Weber heads to the box, and right after a power play goal, the Mammoth are going to head right back to the power play.
Wait for the call on that one. But minute 19 left in this period, so they're going to start the second period on a power play as well, unless they score in the next minute, 12 seconds.
Soilis tried to dump the puck in the zone, and that one hit the official on the back of the leg, and Wilson will skate down. Pass for Nathan Campbell. Campbell through the neutral zone. He'll skate past the red line and work into the offensive end. Drop pass Levac. Levac works below the sideboards, and he'll skate below the goal line. Saucer pass across for Campbell. Under a minute to play. Campbell tried to play it down low for Moskal. Intercepted by Daniluk. Now bounced through. Malushin skates on. Harley White will play it off the board. Stevens goes between the legs for Moskal. Moskal loses that one as Asp picks up. TJ Delaney skates in. Delaney with a one-on-one. Delaney looking to go shorthanded. What a save there by Harley White, smothering the puck between his glove and his chest as we get some pushing and shoving in the high slot.
And a lot of shorthand opportunities here on each of these power play opportunities for both teams. One there by Delaware, just a few minutes to go. What a weird turn of events. I don't know if I've ever seen a team score a power play goal and then immediately go back on the power play. Have you seen that?
Not in a long time or ever.
Yeah, watching a lot of Division III hockey and a lot of NHL hockey over the years. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
It's going to be a slashing call to Austin Weber.
I guess it happened like right before the goal.
So
interesting call there for sure.
A Delaware Thunder face-off win as Moritz going to play it D-to-D with Asp. 24 seconds remaining here in the period. Asp going to play it in the zone. Comes into the glove of Harley White. He'll just hold on to it at 19.4 for an offensive zone face-off for the Thunder.
19.4 seconds left in the period. 53 seconds left on the power play. Thunder leading in shots 16-7. They've really tried to capitalize on their opportunities in their offensive zone in this one. Just 19 seconds to go here in the first. See if Elmira can go into the second period, not on the power play.
We're going to have a restart on the face-off. It's going to bring TJ Delaney in. Chris Corrigan out against Dalton Anderson. Anderson wins the face-off. Nick Gullo going to skate right in front of Harley White and work it through. Gullo through the neutral zone with speed. Now he's going to work into the offensive end. Goes backhand to forehand. Now he stops on a dime, goes sliding down. Under 5 seconds to play. Gullo walking in. Drop pass for O'Connor. O'Connor lines up. That one blocked and saved. And that'll be the end of 20 minutes of hockey here at First Arena. The Elmira Mammoth with a goal from Chris Hunt to take the lead. Lead 2-1 over the Delaware Thunder. Aaron, first FPHL live period you've seen. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think for Elmira, I think if you're Mo Lavac and company, you're obviously happy with the result, right? You're up 2-1 heading into the second period, your first game of the new year. I think if you're Elmira, though, if you're head coach Mo Lavac, player coach Mo Lavac, the shots department, Thunder 16 shots, Mammoth only 7. If you're Elmira, you're going to need a lot more opportunities than that in this game because Delaware is just attacking. They are attacking that net, and you got to think of eventually they're going to put another one in the back of the net. There's 2 periods left to go in this one, and Elmira with the lead early on.
So Chris Hunt scores for the Elmira Mammoth to take the lead, and Dalton Anderson tied the game up at 1 as Eric Oganezov got the first one of the game for the Delaware Thunder. As we're going to take a quick break here on the Elmira Mammoth YouTube and Elmira Mammoth Mixer. Don't go anywhere. Still 40 minutes of hockey left to play. For Aaron Valentino and Jake Johnson, we'll be back. Welcome back to First Arena here in Elmira, New York. Jake Johnson alongside me, Aaron Valentino, and after the first period of play, the Elmira Mammoth lead the Delaware Thunder by a score of 2-1. The Mammoth goals coming from Chris Hunt, his 8th of the season, and Dalton Anderson, his 4th of the year. For the Delaware Thunder, Eric Oganezov got his first goal of the season and his 9th point of the year to put Delaware on the board. And Aaron, a power play goal, a shorthanded goal. Well, Mammoth, the only thing they're looking for is a 5-on-5 goal to complete the hat trick.
I know, didn't I say? I feel like we said early on in our little pregame show that we did that special teams are going to play a factor in this one because of their weird numbers on the power play and on the penalty kill. And we have seen it all from both sides, and I really like what I've seen from Delaware. Listen, 18 games lost in a row. You want to get off of this streak. You want to get back in the win column. You want to get your second win of the year, and they are doing exactly what a team who has lost 18 in a row should do. They are absolutely attacking White in the net, and they are looking to score and score goals. They lead in shots early on. It shows in the stats department. And for Elmira, for them, it's really, they've just had success on special teams all night with the shorthanded goal and the power play goal. Their power play looked very smooth, especially on that second one. And they've got 34 seconds to go on this power play entering the second period, and we'll see if they can capitalize on that.
As we have a couple minutes before the second period starts, we'll take a look at the scores around the FPHL, starting with a barn burner at the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena. The Binghamton Black Bears had 8 goals in the first period. They were up 8-0.
And it's now 9-1 Binghamton.
And it's 9-1
yes.
Just a few minutes into the second period.
Shout out to Brian Rudman of News Channel 34 in Binghamton bringing this one to our attention.
As you look at the goals, Tyson Kirkby with 2 goals, Mac Lewis with a goal, Brett Parker with 2 goals, Nikita Ivashkin with a goal, Newberg, D'Angelo, and finally for the Port Huron Prowlers, they got on the board 5 minutes into the period with a power play goal, but 9-1 Binghamton lead. That's looking at the Port Huron team that we just saw here at First Arena, that's a very surprising score. But Binghamton must have came out firing in that one. And then Columbus taking on the Motor City Rockers. That game 1-0. Mississippi taking on the Watertown Wolves. That game in Watertown. And they're up 1-0. Trevor Lord with the lone goal. Chase DeBari, former Elmira Mammoth, with an assist on the goal. Carolina against the Danbury Hat-Tricks. That game 1-0. Two teams that playing very well. Danbury obviously first in the Empire Division, and Carolina just sweeping the Elmira Mammoth. And who else but Gus Ford with a goal in that one to make it 1-0. And obviously our game here, 2-1, Elmira leads.
Who else but Gus Ford, right? Yeah, absolutely. Gus Ford, an absolute legend in the FPHL. Not to keep bringing it back to Oswego, but a couple of Oswego State Lakers on that Binghamton Blackbird team. Tyson Kirkby, I actually didn't know he was still there. I know he was there last season. But he is still there, so good to see some SUNYAC representation here in the FPHL.
Yeah, so Tyson Kirkby, Mac Lewis getting on the board there. And
the Mac truck.
So for Binghamton, a 9-1 lead. We'll keep you updated. Obviously, we just looked, I just checked out some notes.
Some history records.
Some history records, and most goals in a game, 25 goals in a game. So we'll see if Binghamton can come anywhere close to that against the Port Huron Prowlers. But we got puck drop back here at First Arena, and the Mammoth win the opening faceoff. It's going to be Campbell waiting behind White. He'll drop it off for Parker Moskal. Moskal will skate down the far side. He'll find a pass for Levac. Levac on the backhand, going to play it down low. It comes out, and it's cleared down by Andrei Ivanov with 10 seconds remaining on the power play. White comes out of his net to play it, leaves it off for Nathan Campbell. Austin Weber going to slowly work his way out of the box. And the Delaware Thunder with a successful penalty kill. Sawyer's going to work his way by. Now he has a 2-on-1. Stavros Sawyer's walking in. He shoots. That just got a piece of Trevor Martin.
Almost a great play by Solis. He runs into Weber as Weber is coming out of the penalty box, gets around both those two defenders, and fires a shot on that just a little too high.
Campbell going to work to the near side. He'll play along the dashers. Now he'll skate towards the middle. Couple moves as Don Carter comes out of the bench. He shoots on that one. Blocked by Ivanov, goes into the netting and out of play, and we'll get a face-off.
So Elmira already taking some 2 shots here in the first minute of this one, and that was definitely a speech in the locker room. You want to be able to get more pucks and people on net. That's the key to hockey, Jake, in my opinion.
16 shots to just 8 for the Elmira Mammoth. They're sitting at 7 in that first period to the Delaware Thunder 16. Definitely looking to get some more shots on net. It's going to be Carter creating turnover. He works by Rasmus Asp. Loses control of that puck. Delaney goes sliding down. Plays out to the blue line, Pikarski. Pikarski shoots on right into the breadbasket of Trevor Martin, and he'll hold on to it at 18:42.
And for Elmira, that was a great play. Isaiah Crawford right in front of Trevor Martin there on that shot. Martin still able to make the save. Great composure there.
Dalton Anderson on the face-off. He's going to play it out to the blue line. Pikarski keeps it in front of him, goes for Carter. Carter along the face-off dot. Tried to work by Corrigan. Corrigan with a good poke check. And comes out Delaney. Delaney for Weber. Weber into the offense zone. He's going to backhand a pass through. Harley White comes out of his net to play it. Pikarski shields his body away. It's dumped right back in. Delaney. Delaney met by Noah Wild. And now for Weber. Weber out for Delaney. Delaney shoots that one. Just got a piece of Harley White's glove and goes up and over.
Nice play by Harley White to make the save on that one. And looks like we're going to get an icing here. And we're going to take a face-off at the other end for Elmira. 18:02 remaining in this first period as Elmira looks to capitalize on their big lead and get their 6th win of the season to move to stay in 4th place and try and catch the Watertown Wolves in the Empire Division. This is a big opportunity for both these teams. 4 straight games against each other to try and get into that 4th position. If you're Elmira, you want to take advantage of these 4 straight games to try and catch Watertown, who you are 4 games behind.
So it's going to be Kyle Stevens on the face-off, goes for Pikarski. Now it's along the sideboard. Don Carter on the puck. It's Malushkin. Malushkin creates a turnover. He's going to work along the face-off dot. Throws a shot on Harley White. Able to get the pad out.
Nice kick pad save there by Harley White to try and get it back to Elmira, but Delaware, they regain possession of the puck.
Don Carter makes a move by. He's held up, and Danilo Malushkin going to enter right back in the offensive zone. Malushkin through the slot, tried to drag by Noah Wild. Wild able to push him off the puck. Now to the far side. Skating in is Ivanov. Ivanov, shot coming on, that one saved. Still loose out in front, and Carter clears out of harm's way. Now a shot, glove save there by White.
A great clear there by the Mammoth, and it didn't make it all the way to the other end, but it kept it out of the zone. And Harley White making some big saves here in the second period. Oh, finally going to the water, which is good. So we've got our first Jake Water count. Normally by now we would have reached at least over 20.
Yeah,
by now.
we would have filled the water.
And we're only at our first, so there you go. He's really grown a lot.
Moritz going to pick it up along the blue line. He'll play it down deep, picked up by Wolf. Wolf skating out along the half wall and plays it into the far side corner. Maratea skates on, kept at the skates of Asp. Maratea able to play for Golo. Golo worked along the glass. Now Lombard. Unable to get to the puck. It's for Mo Levac. Moskal tries to punch it through. Comes right back for Maratea. Maratea for Levac. Levac goes between the legs looking for Moskal. Moskal sends it out to the far side. Nathan Campbell skates on, and Campbell will clear the zone. Picked up by Bazarin. Bazarin on spin cycle works by Moskal, able to get a pass across for Asp. Wolf the first one to it along the half wall. Pass out. Shot coming on by Daniluk. That one off the back of the netting. Asp along the blue line, plays it down low. It's met by Nathan Campbell. Another turnover created. It's Daniluk. Daniluk throws a shot on, looking for Wolf on the deflection, and Harley White smothers the puck.
And Delaware, they are still on this attack. They have pretty much held possession in their own zone this entire second period, putting a lot of pressure on Harley White and this Elmira Mammoth defense in this second period, excuse me. And if you're Elmira, you are looking to get that puck just to the other side of the net, even just a clear. Give your defense a break.
New lines come on for Elmira, and O'Connor able to pass for Seaman. Hops over the stick, Tate Leeson now picked up by Soyas. 2-on-1 the other way. Soyas down the far side. Soyas walking in for Leeson, and Leeson couldn't tip it into the net. He'll drop it back for Soyas. Soyas worked along the glass. Austin Weber there with Ivanov. Tate Leeson comes to join the party. Now Dakota Seaman comes to jab at it. As they wait for the puck to have any free ice, and we're going to get a whistle. And the officials will come to separate that as it was sandwiched between the skates and the wall.
And Ivanov for Delaware, a big whiff on that one, giving the Mammoth a 2-on-1 opportunity. Unfortunately for Elmira, they could not capitalize. Now then the puck gets sandwiched in between the skates and the boards. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
Kyle Stevens, the first one to it, now works into the neutral zone. It's going to be TJ Delaney, worked by Dakota Seaman. Delaney held up by Tim O'Connor. It's held at the red line now. Pass up, Savo Soyasan. Soyas will flip it up into the air. Tate Leeson skates on with Ivanov. Push back into the neutral zone. O'Connor going to play it in.
Let's go,
Martin comes out of his net to play it. 15:25 remaining here in the second period. 2-1 Elmira lead.
Nice
Everett
spin cycle there by Everett.
spins through. Now over for Delaney, and Stevens able to get a stick on the pass. Held up by Daniluk and Stevens. Pikarski there as well, getting checked from behind by Delaney. Mam is still looking to clear the zone. Now comes out for Stevens. 2-on-1. He has Tate Leeson. Goes for Leeson. Leeson working in. He works by Martin. Plays it across in front of the net. And it's going to bring the hinges off the net. He was looking for Kyle Stevens. Stevens was held up. And the Thunder catch a break.
Tate Leeson has been everywhere in this game for Elmira constantly. As it looks like, no, excuse me. I thought we were going to have a penalty there, but we're not. But Tate Leeson, he has absolutely been everywhere in this game for Elmira. He's got 14 points on the year, seven goals, and 7 assists on the year for him. He has been everywhere in this one. Just couldn't finish that last one for Elmira, but they still lead 2-1. And Delaware still having dominant time of possession in their own zone. They are attacking this Elmira Mammoth defense, and Harley White just haven't been able to finish one just yet in this second period, with Elmira still with the lead.
So we get our under 15-minute media timeout here. Trevor Martin will head back to his cage as Harley White gets some words from backup goaltender tonight, Richard Shipman, and the Mammoth look to get set up as they're going to bring out a new group onto the ice, as well as the Delaware Thunder. Shots 21-10 here at First Arena. The Mammoth clinging on to a 2-1 lead over the last place. Only 4 points this season, Delaware Thunder.
And if you're Elmira and you're on this bench right now, Molavak and company have got to be saying to these guys, we've got to get the puck out of our own zone. We've got to get it into our offensive zone and try and make something happen. Yes, we have the lead, but you're playing a dangerous game if you're going to keep the puck in your defensive zone the entire time. You're putting a lot of pressure on Harley White, who hasn't played a whole lot this year. So you've got to get back in control of this game. You know you're better than this team. You have a better record than them. You've beaten them before. You're leading in this one right now, even with less shots, and Delaware having a little bit better of attacking plan. Get back on track and keep the puck in your offensive zone.
The two goal scorers for the Mammoth on the ice, Dalton Anderson and Chris Hunt. It's worked for Crawford. Crawford on the backhand. Going to play it down low below the goal line for Dalton Anderson. Anderson goes for Hunt. Hunt combines with Wilson. It's played into the far side corner. Gafarov. Gafarov going to play the puck all the way down. They're going to wave off icing as Campbell goes to pick it up.
Interesting decision there by the referee. Elmira will wait for the troops to rally and get rolling.
Gafarov on the puck as Campbell plays a high off the glass. It bounces right in front of Dalton Anderson. Anderson held up there by Asp. That's going to raise a hand. That'll be an interference call on Rasmus Asp. And him in the penalty box have became friends tonight. He'll visit him for a second time.
Yeah, that is a good call by the official. Clear interference. Anderson could have easily gone down there and had a one-on-one by himself. Instead, Asp does the interference. He is going to the box. Is that what we call a good penalty, you would say, Jake? What do you think?
I mean, if he's able to work by him, it's a 2-on-1 the other direction. So it could be a good penalty, but I feel like the puck was in front of him. He could have taken a couple whiffs at it and tried to play Dalton Anderson instead of
interfering. Yeah.
Instead of playing Dalton Anderson.
Well, happens. These things happen, and Elmira's going to go back on another power play. Third of the night for Elmira, as they will look to capitalize, and it'll be Molavak in the face-off circle for Elmira.
It's going to be 14-24. Levac wins it back. Campbell for Stevens. Stevens cross-ice Moskal. Moskal shoots on that one. Blocked and caught out of the air by Corgan. Corgan unable to clear the zone. Stevens plays it back for Levac. Levac for Soilis. Soilis to the far side. Back off the netting and picked up by Moskal. Moskal for Soilis along the far side. They'll pass it out to Moskal. They go back and forth as Soilis held up from behind by Ivanov. He'll drop pass it for Moskal. Moskal walking in. He'll change directions, now work back in. He takes a shot, Martin, with the shoulder save. Puck still loose out in front. Soilers jabs at it, and a sprawling save by Trevor Martin.
What a save by Trevor Martin, sprawling out to get that one. And if you're Elmira, I've talked about it a couple times already in this period that they've done, they've had the puck in their defensive zone the entire time. They need to get it in their offensive zone to build on this lead that they have. How do they do that? Well, power play is the perfect way to do that. When you're a man up, it's easier to control the puck. It's easier to set things up. And did a pretty nice job there. Ryan Moskal skating around, dancing around, trying to get a shot on that. He was able to do that there, and it resulted in a face-off in their own zone.
Stevens going to work in. Goes for Levac. Levac, centering pass looking for Stevens.
Nobody home on that one. Excuse me, Jake.
For Moskal. Moskal throws it right on in front. Soilers trying to jab it in right along the pads of Martin, and they're going to blow the whistle. Martin with another sprawling save. Austin Weber in the net. Bodies all over the place with 1:08 left on the power play.
How about Martin? Another sprawling save on this power play. We're not even halfway through it. 1:08 to go left on this one for the Mammoth, as he's been making great plays all night and 2 great saves on this power play. Sprawled out, kept that left leg jammed against the post, and we'll see if Elmira can get another opportunity here.
Leeson shoots, glove save there by Martin quickly off the whistle. Just 6 seconds taken off the power play there now at 1:02.
And Elmira, another quick shot there. They've taken a couple of good shots. This has been a pretty productive power play for them so far. It's just about finishing it now.
Now Golo for O'Connor, who comes back to him. He'll work along the near side. O'Connor going to play it down low. Leeson drop past Anderson. Anderson goal. Puck moving all over the place. Goal shoots that one wide. O'Connor looks to bat it up in the air. It's going to go out of play. And it looks like it'll still be a Mammoth offense's own face-off with 46 left on the power play.
Yeah, a couple of good shots, and that one just hopping right over. And Fan grabbing that puck there. This puck have the logo on it, FPHL logo.
Oh, yeah.
Elmira Mammoth logo on it,
it's a nice looking puck.
That is good. That's good stuff right there. Love to see it.
Goal, the first one to it, going to play it down. Leeson catches out of the air. He sends it across for Hunt. Hunt trying to get a pass across Movali, picks it up. Now for Anderson. Anderson right along the half wall for Leeson below the goal line. 30 seconds remaining here on the power play. Leeson will switch places with Golo. He'll play it across O'Connor. O'Connor walking in, sends a pass through that puck, goes up and into the netting and out of play. We'll have another face-off with 21 seconds left on the power play.
I really like this combination of Leeson and Hunt. They seem to understand each other. They seem to get each other, and that's been a connection that has been working tonight. It worked on the goal to take the lead early in this one in the first period, and it was working again there on that power play to try and get a shot on goal, and it almost did. As Elmira, they're going to get a change. Moskal and Levac coming back out for them. They only have 4 players on the ice right now. And there's the 5th.
Face-off. Going to be held up in the face-off dot. Now cleared by Chris Corrigan. Maratea skates back to pick it up. He'll wait behind Harley White. 10 seconds remaining on the ASP penalty. Maratea drop past Golo. Golo looking to start a rush, finds Levac. Levac crosses the red line. He's going to play it in. It's for Moskal. That one comes out and cleared for ASP. 2-on-1 the other way. It's Malushkin. Malushkin down the far side. He'll drop pass it for Daniluk. Daniluk kicks it through. Harley White comes out of his net. He's able to get back in the cage. Malushkin throws a shot on that one. Goes into the far side corner. ASP, he's lining up, throws it on net. That one blocked by Levac. Picked back up by Malushkin. Malushkin cross-ice Daniluk. Daniluk throwing it out in front. ASP unable to control the puck. Now Golo. Over for Malushkin. Malushkin going to skate in. He'll cross the red line. And think better of it as we have some pushing and shoving with ASP and Golo. Ivanov for Malushkin. Malushkin right out in front. Corrigan. Corrigan cross ice. Levac got a stick on it momentarily. Picked up by J.C. Moritz. Go far off. Back to Moritz. Moritz throwing a shot on that one. Bangs off the backboards. Picked up by Ivanov. Ivanov for Malushkin. It works its way out along the sideboards. Now picked back up by Corrigan at the blue line. He'll throw it. Cross ice, Gafarov. Harley White will hold on to it, and we'll get a freeze puck here at 11:17. Still an Elmira Mammoth 2-1 lead.
Harley White has been coming out of his goal, and on that last one, just a couple, about a minute ago, left the net wide open. A scary play there. Luckily for the Mammoth, no goals in there. And Elmira will have a face-off in their defensive zone.
A lot of offense's own pressure here from the Thunder. TJ Delaney. He's going to throw a shot on net. That one off a few bodies and wide. Dakota Seaman wraps it around the glass. Houston Wilson, the first one to it. He's hit by Tim O'Connor. Now it's left for Stevens, 2-on-1. Who other than Tate Leeson on the other side? Stevens walking in, he shoots, glove save there by Martin.
Would have been interested to see if Tate Leeson got a hold of that puck. Stevens tries to shoot it himself, and you can see down at the far end, very frustrated that that one did not get in the back of the net to take a 3-1 lead. He feels he should have scored that one, and it's tough. I mean, I couldn't score that one, personally.
Yeah.
Neither could have you.
No. Kyle Stevens coming to this one. He's played 3 games this season for the Mammoth, and he has 3 goals, so he's looking to keep his goal per game streak intact and trying to bury one there for his 4th of the season. 10:58 to play here in the second period. It's left in the faceoff dot, comes out for Tate Leeson. Leeson throws it on net. Soilus looking for a redirection. Now Stevens dropping it back out. Nobody home to his pass, and Jakub Wolf away behind the cage. He'll go to the far side for Daniluk. Daniluk for Oganezov. Oganezov with 1 already tonight. Skating it with speed. He shoots on that one. Saved by White. He'll smother it with the glove.
And some extracurriculars down by the net. Stevens getting involved. And the refs will break that one up. Jay, Carly White, you know, correct me if I'm wrong here. Well, he's got 13 games played. He's got more games played than Richard Shipman. But he's listed on the stats page as the 3rd string goalie. See, he's been playing all right tonight. He's seen a lot of shots in this one. 23 shots so far. He's been able to make a couple of good saves. Been very impressed by him tonight.
Yeah, Harley White playing pretty good this season. He's had some really, really good games. And he's had some games where, you know, he's came in during the game when Thomas Proudlock was injured, and he came in for Richard Shipman against the Carolina Thunderbirds. So he's had some time where he hasn't had time to warm up this season, and he comes into a game a little bit cold. So getting the start tonight for this Elmira team. It's going to be Wild. Wild skating in. As we mentioned, Noah Wild back in the lineup for the Elmira Mammoth after his broken wrist. Daniluk able to backhand a pass for Jakub Wolf. Wolf for Lombard. Lombard works by, he throws a shot on net, that one right through the blue paint. Asp dropping it down low. Pikarski and Lombard combine. Pikarski stops on a dime, going to go and wait behind the cage. Now he'll work to the far side. He'll play it off the boards. Corrigan right there. Don Carter able to lift his stick. And it's going to be played back into the defensive zone. Tyler Pikarski on the puck. Pikarski with Weber on his back. TJ Delaney sending it out in front for Corrigan. Puck still loose now, picked up by Noah Wild. Wild on the backhand, going the other direction. Able to find Levac. Levac playing up for Hunt. Hunt going to shuffle it into the zone. And the Mammoth will go through a line change. 9:20 to play here in the period. Asp looking for Maratea. Maratea able to play in Moscow. Moscow fires a shot on net. Trevor Martin, glove save. He'll drop it to keep the puck in play. Ivanov for Delaney. Delaney, cross-ice pass for Weber. Weber going to play it in. Weber rocking the full cage tonight for the Delaware Thunder on the back of Christopher Maratea. Couple guys jabbing at the puck, works its way out for Nathan Campbell. He'll go for Gullo. Gullo, saucer pass up. Moscow bats it out of the air. One-on-one, he can't get by Asp.
I think Moscow thought somebody was going to be on his left side. Nobody was there. Well, someone was. It just wasn't a player in a purple and orange jersey.
And 8:43, we'll get our under 10-minute media timeout. Still a 2-1 Mammoth lead. No goals thus far in this period.
Ryan Moscow, haven't seen a ton from him tonight. The Mammoth leading point getter at 41 points this season, 16 goals and 25 assists. We haven't seen a ton from him tonight, but you know at any point, the few times he's touched the puck, Jake, I mean, you can just see he is able to make stuff happen, make plays happen all together. And hopefully, for the Mammoth's sake, they are going to be able to see that coming up after this media timeout. 8:43 remaining in the second period.
Yeah, and you know, you look at it, this Mammoth team, as we kind of talked about in the pregame, really struggled against the Continental Division teams like Carolina, Columbus, Port Huron. Haven't seen Motor City yet this year. So those teams they've really struggled against, and now they're able to get back in the Empire Division, 4 straight against the Delaware Thunder, looking to see if they can get back in the win column and start working their way back towards third place and try and gain some ground on the top 2 teams in this division.
Yeah, your divisional games are always the most important. They just mean more because you play the teams in your division for, and in this league, in the FPHL, your division allows you to get to the playoffs. The top 4 teams in each division, 8 teams make the playoffs, and Elmira currently sitting in that 4th spot. They are looking to go to the postseason.
Neutral zone faceoff, won by the Mammoth. Now J.C. Moore is going to clear the zone. Dakota Seaman off his skate, back to his tape. Elects to go cross ice for his D partner, Tim O'Connor. Now Stevens. Stevens looked for Tate Leeson, picked off by Wilson. Wilson skating in, throws a shot on net. Pad saved by Harley White. Comes to the far side. Tate Leeson able to clear the zone. Stavros Solis going to skate on. Solis with troops behind him. He'll stop at the blue line. And skate and pass for Seaman. Seaman throws a shot on net. That one deflected, but a good pad save there by Martin. Stevens right out in front for Solis. He tried to baseball it out of the air, and it's going to come all the way down.
Elmira just trying to set up a play there, and Solis just missed that one, trying to get in the goal.
O'Connor's pass intercepted. It's Malushkin. Malushkin in the face-off dot. Plays it below the goal line. He's the first one to the puck. Tries to drag by Tim O'Connor. O'Connor saw right through that. Tate Leeson in a foot race. Icing going to be waved off. He beats Dimitri Daniluk to the puck. Still in the offensive zone for Elmira, and Lombard to Gafarov. 2-on-1 the other way. Gafarov with Mavali. Gafarov walking in. He shoots that one wide to Harley White.
A wide shot there for Delaware as Elmira, they're looking to go on a 2-on-1.
Leeson shoots, saved there by Martin with the mass.
Leeson everywhere again tonight, but a nice save by Martin that time.
Trevor Martin with 16 saves tonight for the Delaware Thunder. 23 for Harley White. Pikarski picks off a pass. Looks to play it to himself off the boards. Mavali plays it to the far side, right to Dalton Anderson. Anderson going to play it back in deep. He throws a shot on net. That one bangs off the glass. Crawford with Wolf on him. Crawford held on to by Wolf.
Wolf wants a call from the official there.
And he's going to get the call. It's going to be a delayed penalty on the Elmira Mammoth. Mammoth finally able to touch up on the puck. Isaiah Crawford going to be heading to the penalty box. Looks like it'll be a hooking call on Crawford. So the Mammoth back to the penalty kill.
So this is exactly what you want if you're Delaware. You've been attacking this entire game. Elmira's come back in this Elmira's come back in this one a little bit in the shots department. Now 24 Delaware, 18 Elmira. Now you're going on a power play with a chance to tie this game all up at 2, and they'll look to get rolling.
So we got a Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill here. It's going to be Gafarov. He's unable to get a pass through him. Molovac clears his own. Now Gafarov. Gafarov in the defensive zone, hit by Nick Gullo, able to get the pass away for Ivanov. Ivanov for Malushkin. Malushkin for Wilson. Wilson entering the zone, immediately checked there by Tim O'Connor, and the Mammoth will clear the zone. Puck works its way 200 feet down, and Martin able to get a pass through. It's Nick Gullo for Anderson. Anderson shoots that one, blocked by Ivanov. They were looking to go shorthanded again. The Thunder come back the other direction. It's Wilson. Wilson working by Maratea. Gullo comes flying through. Now Ivanov. Malushkin. Gafarov back to Malushkin. Malushkin dumping it down low. Daniluk below the goal line. Back to him in the face-off circle. To the blue line, Gafarov. Malushkin walking in. He shoots. Saved there by Harley White.
What is it about being shorthanded if the Elmira Mammoths just get these opportunities to score? And almost another one there from the Mammoth. Delaware, though, able to save that one, get it, come back, and now take a shot on goal and get a face-off in their offensive zone. Just 1:05 left to go on this power play for Delaware.
5:40 remaining here in the second period. Face-off going to be won by the Thunder. Weber, cross-ice Oganezov. Oganezov back to the Weber. Now a shot coming on. That puck still loose out in front. Harley White able to get across. He'll sprawl out and hold on to the puck. And we'll get another face-off 11 seconds after the last one.
That puck just sat there. Nobody saw it. I believe, Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, it was Chris Corrigan standing right above it, just unfortunately didn't see the puck. Eventually there was a scramble for it, and Elmira able to keep that one out of the back of their own net.
54 seconds remaining on the Crawford hooking call. Comes to Noah Wild. Wild plays it off the boards, kept in the zone by Oganezov. He has Corgan. Corgan working down low. He takes a shot on Harley White, got a pad on it.
Nice save by White. He has been very solid in the net tonight.
Weber over to Oganezov, back to Weber. Weber Q being the power play for Bazarin. Bazarin lines up, takes a shot. Pikarski blocks it. Oganezov skating to the far side. He's working in, throws a shot blocker save by White. 5 minutes remaining here in the period. Corgan with it on his tape. He takes a shot on that one. Anderson able to block. The puck goes out of play, and we'll get another face-off.
Oh, here we go. They drop the gloves. Wild.
Asp and Wild going at it. Wild throwing a right. Now Asp back with a right. Him and Wild combined. He throws Wild down on the ground and slams him.
And I believe there's blood on the ice. They are calling for the trainer.
Wild with a lot of blood on the ice.
Wild on the ground in pain. He got thrown down.
As we mentioned, Noah Wild in his first game back
since breaking his wrist. And a little bit of a scary scene here. Players surrounding Wild as he is still laying out on the ice. The medical staff coming to give him attention.
And it looks like Noah Wild able to roll onto his stomach. And we're going to move away from that. We'll let you know with Noah Wild what's going on. It looks like they're going to be holding on to his head. We'll let you know any updates on that. Don't want to take too much attention to Noah Wild. We just hope he's all right. And Noah Wild's going to skate right out.
And Wild saying something to Asp, who is going to the box.
This crowd is loving it from Noah Wild. Wild's going to skate to the locker room. Absolutely fantastic to see him back on his feet. He's going to head in, get that looked at. I believe he's just going to need some stitches. Anything else, we'll let you know. But good to see Noah Wild, after coming back from the broken wrist, to be back in the lineup and back to fighting. What he's called Wild Thing for a reason.
Yeah, Jake, you said to me, I walked in, the first thing you said to me was not hi, by the way. I hadn't seen you in a couple months. You didn't say hi to me. You said there's going to be a fight tonight. And that's exactly what happened. They dropped the gloves instantly, Asp and Wild, and now a ton of blood on the ice on the left side, on the near side. And Asp going to go to the penalty box. They did drop the gloves, so it was a legal fight. But, Jake, you got to think, could that be a 5-minute major? Is that what we could be seeing here? Asp is definitely in the box. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
It'll be two majors for fighting. It'll be interesting to see if they add anything after for the body slam by Asp. I don't believe we will. Obviously, fighting is completely legal in the FPHL, but we'll have to see. And while we have a quick break, it'll definitely be our media timeout. They're going to come clean the blood off the ice. We'll take a look at some of the scores going on around the FPHL. Binghamton just adding 1 goal on Port Huron now, 10-1. Watertown, a game that obviously the Mammoth are going to be looking at the rest of the season with the Watertown Wolves, see if they can catch them with a 2-0 lead over the Mississippi Seawolves. The Columbus River Dragons up 1-0 on the Motor City Rockers. Carolina and Danbury in a very good game, 3-2 game there. And it looks like Rasmus Asp is going to head to the locker room. And we'll see if his night's done. He's been getting into it all night. Stavros Soyas with words for him as he skates off.
It's getting really trippy. Trippy. Well, trippy red? No. It's getting really chippy here in First Arena as Asp, that body slam, wow. Yeah, I'm used to Division III hockey, Jake, and, you never saw anything like that in our 4 years up at Oswego State. So to see that was, wow, that was absolutely wild. And these hockey players are tough. Wild, skating right off the ice. Bloody face. No problem. He'll go in for repairs. He'll be playing this game tonight again.
Yeah, we might see him back here in the third period. Noah Wild, obviously a tough guy. His first game back from the broken wrist. I actually talked to him on the podcast this week about being back against his former team. And obviously, I don't think he planned on fighting tonight. Just obviously the emotions, the adrenaline of the game, him and Rasmus Asp going at it. They both dropped the gloves, and, he's headed to the locker room. The only other game tonight, Carolina taking on Danbury, 3-2 lead for the Thunderbirds. Gus Ford, as I mentioned, with a goal. Dustin Jasso with both Danbury goals, one of those shorthanded, and Josh Keplinger and Lucas Rowe, the only other goals for the Thunderbirds. And we'll have a minute to talk about it. Both teams retaking the ice. Tomorrow night, the Elmira Renegades will take over First Arena for some PBLA lacrosse. Folks, if you've never seen PBLA lacrosse, the team is here tonight. That is going to be some very, very exciting lacrosse. So if you can't come, it's on Hockey TV, national television. Make sure you tune into that. But we're back to play with 4:45 to play. Now it's Oganezov lining up Ivanov, cross-ice pass, bounces off Wilson, clears the zone. And with 1 second left, Crawford skates out of the box, back to 5-on-5 hockey. There is no calls on that fight. It's going to be just 5 minutes evenly between those two guys.
And it's going to be 5-on-5 hockey. Asp just ejected from this game, no penalty, no power play now for the Elmira Mammoths.
We'll see if he was ejected or if he'll come back. Obviously, the 5-minute fighting penalty, they don't need him sitting in there with under 5 minutes to play. But we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on Noah Wild for you guys, as well as Nathan Campbell bounces it through the zone. Moskal has Golo. Golo with a breakaway. Golo walking in. He shoots, he roofs it, and scores! Nick Golo makes it 3-1 Mammoth.
Nick Golo just stole that puck right from Ryan Moskal, and a Delaware defender took it, went up the ice, a one-on-one with the goalie, and fired it up on the right post to make the shot and take a 3-1 Mammoth lead. Parker Moskal with the assist there. So great job by the Mammoths. It's now 3-1.
What a play there from Nick Golo. Wearing the A for this Mammoth team. One of the alternate captains, able to get it by Trevor Martin. Had him sprawled out and just put it up over Trevor Martin and roofed it up above him. And with 4 minutes to play here in the period, the Mammoth lead 3-1. It's going to be TJ Delaney walking in. Works to Harley White. White on the backhand. Works by Delaney. Now out to Moritz. Moritz throws a shot on net. That one saved by White. First one of the puck, Delaney. Delaney on the far side. And we're going to have a penalty upcoming. Trevor Martin going to head to the bench. It's going to be on the Mammoth. Moritz throwing it right out in front of the crease. Tate Leeson will touch up, and the Mammoth will head right back to the box.
So right after that great goal, now they're going to go on another penalty kill for against Delaware. And Elmira, they are going to the box. Penalty is going to be on number 2.
It's going to be Tim O'Connor, one of the alternate captains. They're going to get him for a high stick. Obviously, O'Connor disagrees with the call.
Yeah, not happy about it at all. In the box, still talking to the ref about it.
So 3:28 to play here in the period. 2 minutes on the clock for the penalty kill, and it's a Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill here at First Arena. It's going to be Anderson, Pikarski, Seaman, and Stevens on the penalty kill unit. We'll redo the face-off. The power play unit out there for the Thunder: Houston Wilson, Dennis Gafarov, Danila Mashushkin, Andrei Ivanov, and Dmitry Daniluk. Only one player on the ice for the Delaware Thunder from the United States. The rest of those guys from...
And I believe we're going to have another delayed penalty here. As Martin comes on the ice, they have an empty net. Fires it, but that's not going to score.
Pikarski really getting the crowd into it.
Yeah, Pikarski trying to get the crowd into it, as he is now going to go to the box. So 5-on-3, and this is where it's going to get interesting, folks. A real opportunity for Delaware to come back in this game. They're down 2 goals, and guess what? They're going to have an opportunity to score 2 power play goals and tie this game up at 3 with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go. So 1:41 left on the first penalty, and 2 minutes on the most recent penalty for Elmira. 5-on-3 hockey.
It's going to be a hooking call to Tyler Pikarski. Ivanov picks it up for Daniluk. Goes for Malushkin. Back to Gafarov. Gafarov for Makushkin. Back to Gafarov. It's below the goal line, Gafarov. He's going to skate out with it. Goes for Malushkin. Tries to jab it in and clear it out by Levac. Hammers off the glass. Kept in, though, by Daniluk for Ivanov. Ivanov. Gafarov. Gafarov cross ice. They shoot and they score.
And that's exactly what you need. If you're Delaware, 5-on-3, you have to score there. And they absolutely do. Now it's going to be 5-on-4. And they're going to be still on the power play for another minute and 34 seconds. So Elmira going to be still a man down, but they're still up 3-2. Delaware going to try and take advantage. A power play goal, a 5-on-3 goal for the Delaware Thunder. Maybe trying to create a little lightning. Oh, God, I've been waiting to use that all night.
Malushkin with his 5th goal of the season. In just his 7th game. It's first season playing in the FPHL. So 8 points in just 7 games, averaging a little bit over a point per game here in the FPHL. 2.5 minutes to play and a minute 20 on the Pikarski penalty.
A crucial moment in the game here. Delaware could tie it up after 2 costly penalties for Elmira.
Gafarov and Meritea combined in the corner. Houston Wilson there as well as Molovac. Puck works out.
Looks like Wilson got hit in the face by either the puck or a stick there. And he's going to skate off, going for some repairs.
No call there as we got 2 minutes remaining here in the period. Under a minute left on the power play for the Thunder. Gafarov skating in. As that one played off his puck, Dalton Anderson clears the zone and goes down 200 feet.
Good clear by Dalton Anderson. Get a line change here. 39 seconds to go on the penalty.
Delaware slowly work their way through the zone. Daniluk slowly loses his footing. Now it's along in the neutral zone. Kyle Stevens, with no help, tries to dangle by everybody. Kyle Stevens has it right in the face-off dot, and it comes out to the blue line. Nathan Campbell going to play it right back in. It slowly rolls on its side with 15 seconds remaining here on the power play. Chris Corrigan skating through the neutral zone with speed, works to the near side. Corrigan, he takes a shot on that one, goes up and over off the glass. To Daniluk at the blue line. Cross ice pass, it comes out of the zone. Pikarski out of the zone. Leeson drags by. Tate Leeson walking in. Tate Leeson, he shoots and he scores! Tate Leeson makes it 4-2 Mammoth!
Tate Leeson, we've seen him all night. We've seen him play extremely well. We've seen him be making plays all over the ice, and he makes another one there. A goal to make it 4-2 Elmira, as they have now took back all the momentum in this game. It gets a little dicey, and that's what you love to see from any team in any sport. They face a moment of controversy. They go on a 5-on-3. They let up a goal on the 5-on-3. All of a sudden, it's 3-2. 3-2. They're only up 1 goal. And how do they respond? With a goal, take a 2-goal lead back. Just a minute to go here in the second period.
Tate Leeson beats Trevor Martin blocker side for his 8th goal of the season. And it's 4-2 with under a minute to play in the second period. Meritea up for Moskal. Levac tries to poke it through. Plays up for Gullo. Comes to Trevor Martin. He'll slide out of his net and out of the blue paint to hold on to the puck.
And I see down in the front row to our left here, we have a Tate Leeson jersey.
That's Tate Leeson's biggest fan.
Yes, seems like it. Nice, a lot of jerseys. The jersey is a very popular purchase here at the Elmira Mammoth. Big, do you have one? Does it say Johnson on it? Does it have a B for broadcaster on it?
I have a puck. That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if CEO and President Steve Donner is listening, I would like a jersey hung up in the office. But we'll see with 40 seconds to play. Puck held in the offensive zone by the Mammoth. Nick Gullo and Mo Levac there. Now it comes out for J.C. Moritz. Moritz, the alternate captain for the Delaware Thunder. Nathan Campbell. Saucer pass for Moskal. Moskal has that one off his skate. Meritea for Gullo. Gullo for Levac, who enters in the zone. Levac plays it between his legs. Cross ice Moskal. Moskal drags by. Moskal shoots. Martin got a piece of it with the glove.
Moskal trying to make a play, comes on the ice, immediately gets the puck, fires it into the glass.
5 seconds remaining here in the period. Austin Weber with a rush. Weber will skate in. Maratea going to commit a penalty, and as the period commences, it's going to be the Mammoth heading to the penalty box, and we'll start a power play to start the third period. But a game that was 2-1 at the end of one, now 4-2 at the end of two.
And a costly penalty there for Elmira. Now all of a sudden you're heading back into the third period. You just took the lead back by 2 goals, as we've got some extracurriculars going on with O'Reilly of Delaware. And this game is getting really chippy. I don't know why I keep doing that. This game's getting really chippy. We saw Noah Wild go off earlier in a fight with some blood. There was blood on the ice. 2 teams still at center ice facing each other.
Noah Wild on the ice right now for the Mammoth, meeting his teammates as they work and walk into the tunnel. Good to see him. He's on his feet, got the skates on, he's got a towel. So he's greeting his teammates as they head to the locker room at the end of 2 periods of hockey. So after 40 minutes, the Elmira Mammoth with a 2-goal lead over the Delaware Thunder. Don't worry, we'll be back after 20 minutes of an intermission here. Third period of play still to come. Aaron Valentino and Jake Johnson, don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Welcome back to the First Arena Press Box here in Elmira, New York. Good to hear from the Elmira Renegades captain. As we mentioned, they will be playing tomorrow night at 7:30 against the Syracuse Spark. Come out and cheer on your other Elmira team here against the Spark as the teams take the ice. I can see Noah Wild over there getting ready. He's without his jersey, obviously had to get stitched up a little bit, but obviously a leader and a teammate on this team. So going to do everything he can to will his team back into this one. Jake Johnson alongside me, Aaron Valentino. And Aaron, we saw 3 goals in the first period of play, and, well, we saw 3 more goals in the second period.
Yeah, a little nice pace we're on here. On pace for a, 6-3 score, which was your final score prediction. So maybe that'll work out for you. Not working out for me. I predicted 6-1. But yeah, Elmira Mammoth, look, they took a costly penalty at the end of the last period, so they are going to start on the power play. And actually, Asp, he's going to get into the penalty box here. So, and Elmira's also going to have a penalty as well.
So as the teams were going off, I believe Austin Weber got into it. It has 19 up on the board, so there is going to be a penalty issued to the Delaware Thunder, as it says up on the board. But Oganezov went to the locker room, obviously, with just the under 5 minutes. They had him in the locker room instead of in the penalty box. Austin Weber will come join him in the penalty box. So it will be 4-on-4 hockey. Maratea obviously took that slashing call at the end of the period. Weber, I'm not sure what the call was for. It was for unsportsmanlike conduct, so it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey.
Well, there's 2 players in the box for the Thunder right now, so I think we're going to get...
It's going to be...
No, it is going to be 4-on-4. You're correct.
Oganezov will come out of the box in probably 30 seconds, I believe, to complete his 5-minute major.
All right, so 4-on-4 hockey to start the period. A fun time here. The ice is zambonied, and the players are ready to start this final period of play. Elmira up 2 goals, 4-2 in the third with the play-by-play. Here's Jake Johnson.
So it's going to be an opening face-off win there for the Thunder. Oganezov. Drop pass for Dmitry Daniluk. Back for Malushkin. Now for Daniluk. Austin Weber leaves it for Oganezov, who enters his own. He'll throw a shot on Harley White. With the stick, he'll pull it back to his glove and hold on to it for a face-off. 19:37 to play here, and there goes Asp into the bench. Actually, they'll elect to keep him on the ice. They'll replace Oganezov, so Rasmus Asp comes back onto the ice after the penalty. The fighting major with Noah Wild.
So still 4-on-4 hockey.
Still 4-on-4 hockey here. It's gonna be Nick Gullo on the face-off. Goes back for Harley White. Hilly played into the corner with his stick. Works to the half wall for Parker Mosko. Mosko loses that one. Asp heats it at the blue line. Right to the stick of Harley White, and he'll hold on to it for another face-off.
So Asp, big, tall player for this Thunder team. And he still looks to make an impact. He was not ejected after throwing Noah Wild to the ground. And Noah Wild will look to get back in this game at some point. And Elmira looking to finish this one out with a victory. Their 6th win on the year.
It's back to Asp. He tried to get a pass for Daniluk. Whiffs on the pass.
Tate Leeson, here he is again.
Leeson tried to get to that one. Malushkin the first one, now back to Daniluk. Daniluk through the neutral zone for Jakub Wolf. Wolf working down, sending it across right through the crease to J.C. Moritz for Daniluk. Daniluk, pass out Malushkin. J.C. Moritz, now he throws a shot on net. Mask, saved there by Harley White. Tate Leeson working to the near side. And he'll elect to stop on a dime and work to the near side. Looking up for Kyle Stevens. Moritz got a stick on it, able to create a turnover, and he'll dump it into the offensive zone. 45 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. Kyle Stevens skating through the neutral zone. Plays it up for Nathan Campbell. Campbell skating onto the puck. He'll work it down low, looking for Tate Leeson. It takes a hop off the glass. Now he sends it out in front. Nobody home, and Campbell goes flying into the net. It brings it off its moorings. And with just 27 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4, I believe the Mammoth will get an offensive zone face-off.
Let me ask you a question, Jake. Now, you obviously Have you traveled to Delaware yet this season?
We have not. We will be there next weekend.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to Delaware? Seriously.
I don't think so.
In your life?
I don't think I've ever been to Delaware.
Isn't it weird like that? Like, I'm the only one. Me and my family are the only people I know who have been to Delaware consistently. I'm probably there at least 2 or 3 times a year.
I'm excited to go see the Thunderdome next week and see
the
what
Thunderdome, is that what it's called?
See what they have to offer.
Well, it's going to be a good time. Delaware, very small state. You could drive through the whole thing in 45 minutes. That's a fun fact for you.
All right. I don't think we'll try it, but maybe. Delaney going to work his way into the offensive zone, throws a shot on O'Connor, able to get a stick to it. It's wrapped into the corner. Levac pass up for Moskal. Pikarski stick slashed out of his hand, no call. Moskal, he's going to be taken down.
It seems like an obvious slashing there. A little surprised that the referee did not call that one.
Now it's back into the corner. Asp will pick it up behind Martin. Both teams back to 5-on-5 hockey, even strength. Here at First Arena, Levac wraps it off the glass. Parker Moskal picks up in the offense zone. It's beat to the puck by Rasmus Asp. It's played into the far side. Austin Weber going to skate to it. He'll pick it up and cross and enter the zone. Backhand shot on. Harley White able to just get a piece of it. Corrigan throws it on net. Blocked by the thigh of O'Connor. Played into the far side corner. He holds up TJ Delaney. Comes out for Levac. Levac looking up for Golo. Kept still in the zone. TJ Delaney working, and he throws a shot on net. That one got a piece of a body and was played wide. Golo catches it out of the air, plays it to his stick, avoids a hit from Lombard, and we're going to have a penalty coming up here. Golo now on Lombard on the ground. Those two getting into it.
And it looks like a Thunder player is down. It's going to be Lombard, excuse me.
Nick Golo had it initially, created a penalty, but he's going to head to the box, and so will Lombard.
Yeah, Lombard, both going to the penalty 4-on-4 hockey. A lot of careless penalties tonight from both sides, as now at least we're going to get a 4-on-4, so it'll be even strength, and an opportunity for somebody to score. Better chance for somebody to score, that is.
Both alternate captains, J.C. Morris and Stavros Solis, getting word on the calls. We believe it'll be 4-on-4 hockey. And Nick Golo absorbed a pretty big hit there from Seamus Lombard. And then he took displeasure of Lombard creating that hit, and he took to him on the ground. So Nick Golo going to head to the box. 4 goals and 7 assists this season. And for the Delaware Thunder, Seamus Lombard, 1 goal in 5 games played. Played some Acha hockey at UMass.
Acha.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
So 17-11 to play here in the period. 4-2 Mammoth lead. Face off, won by the Mammoth. Tate Leeson picks it up in the slot. He's going to get
He got
pushed down.
Around in the back.
2-on-1 the other direction. Dennis Gafarov. Gafarov skating and playing it down low. Harley White makes the save. And he gets sent flying into the net. Harley White missing his glove.
Harley White twirling around. He turned around. That post was right in his face. He ends up falling into the back of the net. Luckily, the goalie doesn't have to go into the net for it to be a goal, just the puck. And it's going to be no goal for Delaware. Still 4-2, 16:57 remaining in this one. If you're Elmira, you want to finish this game off strong. Start off 2023 with a win for Mo Levac. You want to get your first win as player coach of this team and be 1-0 to start off 2023.
Puck left in the face-off dot. Gafarov walking in. He shoots that one wide of the net. He'll play it right back in deep. Levac on the puck. He elects to come to the near side. Flips it up into the air. Caught by Asp. Moskal putting pressure on as they go D to D. Malushkin skates back into the defensive zone. Sends a saucer pass for Rasmus Asp. And Asp's going to play it in off the glass. First one to it, Tim O'Connor. O'Connor on the backhand, plays it through from Levac. Levac looked to play it off the boards back to himself. Now it's caught between the skates with Maratea. Turnover created. Gafarov, he shoots that one.
Almost hits the ref in the head.
Just missed the official. Moskal for Pikarski. Still 4-on-4.
With a minute to go in each penalty.
Roughing to Golo and charging to Lombard. It's Malushkin. Malushkin with one already. Oganezov with one. He takes a shot. That one off a few sticks and into the corner.
Delaware still in attack mode all the way through this third period. They've been attack this entire game. 35 shots for the Thunder.
Pass through the neutral zone. Malushkin right at center ice, going to cross the red line. He'll gain the zone. Malushkin working, and he dangles by everyone. Harley White comes out and plays it, and we're going to get a penalty coming up. Delayed penalty on the Elmira Mammoth. Malushkin spinning away from Tate Leeson, plays it down low to Oganezov. Right out in front, Weber takes a shot. That one.
Elmira's got to touch this puck. This is getting dangerous. And there it is. What?
Tate Leeson initially got a...
Tate Leeson touched that puck. Unless I'm completely blind.
Austin Weber going to enter the zone. Another shot coming on, and both teams going to come out of the box.
The penalty is now going to end, and Elmira finally touches the puck. I don't know what the ref was doing. Tate Leeson touched the puck right smack dab in the middle of the blue line. No whistle was blown, and the Thunder, got a couple more shots on goal.
So it's going to be Piekarski to the box for hooking. So as we had 4-on-4, now we're at 5-on-4, and it brings up a Vincenzo's Pizzeria penalty kill for the Elmira Mammoth. Still 4-2 lead with 15:08 to play in the game.
A lot of penalties for Elmira once again on the PK. They have a shorthanded goal tonight. Let's see if the Thunder, though, can take advantage, put this game back within one.
Mariteva clears the zone.
Right out of the gate, a clear for Elmira. That's what you like to see to start the penalty kill. Take 10 seconds off.
Daniluk goes for Gafarov, and Gafarov going to skate down the near side. He gets a pass through the neutral zone. Malushkin picks up. Malushkin for Corgan. Corgan going to skate to the far side. Goes below the goal line for Wilson. Wilson skating out with it. Drop pass, Gafarov. Gafarov down low, a centering pass. That was able to be picked right back up by the Thunder. Malushkin plays it from his skate back to his stick. He's going to slowly work in for Wilson. Wilson behind the back pass, Malushkin. Malushkin back to Wilson. Wilson going to go to the far side. Gafarov, cross ice Malushkin, now to Corgan at the point, back to Malushkin. Malushkin standing in the face-off dot. Daniluk, Gafarov. Now Daniluk thought about winding up. He throws a shot on net, glove save by Harley White, and that killed 58 seconds of the penalty.
Been very impressed with Harley White this evening. He's been pressured a ton tonight. 36 shots so far as we've got another media timeout here at 14:10 remaining in this one. As the t-shirt toss, oh boy, here we go. This is the moment the fans have been waiting for all night, and it's going to be the Renegade lacrosse players throwing these out with their lacrosse sticks. Very exciting as the lacrosse player right in front of us nails it right into an empty seat. Jake, I'm looking for a t-shirt.
I don't think you're going to get one up here in the press box.
It's not like the time Team Mini launched one up to us in the Steve Levy press box. It's not going to be like that, you think?
I don't think so.
Well, anyway, here we are, 4-2 game. Elmira once again on a penalty kill. As tomorrow, this ice arena, are we going to get a nice time lapse?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping we can get one.
That is something I would like to see. Now, isn't the floor of that game tomorrow, isn't it going to be cold? Right?
I'm not sure. It's going to be turf. I mean, I'm not sure. Brand new state-of-the-art turf here at First Arena for the Elmira Renegades game.
Well, that's going to be interesting to see. We got a full weekend up here in Elmira, New York. You've got tonight's game. You've got tomorrow. Then at 4 o'clock on Sunday, we're right back here on the ice. Elmira versus Delaware. That one at 4 o'clock. I'll be back, folks.
Corgan with Dalton Anderson. Comes out Anderson, and he's able to clear the zone. Worked it by Eric Oganezov.
This has been a really good penalty kill so far for Elmira. They've been able to get a ton of clears. Delaware's had some opportunities as it is a power play, but a really nice job. This has probably been their best penalty kill all game.
Matt Bazarin, who the Mammoth haven't seen too much of tonight, back on the ice, pass for Corgan. Corgan takes a shot. That one takes the stick out of Dakota Seaman's hands. Oganezov able to find Weber. Weber, cross ice pass Bazarin. Over to Oganezov. He takes a shot on. Glove save there by Harley White with 31 seconds remaining on the power play.
Harley White with another great save there with the glove. He's got a good glove hand there. At least tonight he has. And he's saved a number of great shots so far for this Elmira team. This game would look a whole lot differently if he wasn't in that.
35 saves tonight for Harley White.
35.
Delaware wins the faceoff. It's going to be Asp for Weber. Weber tried to play it back to Asp, and he was skating in. It clears his own. Oganezov skates back into the defensive end. A pass for Bazarin. Bazarin going to gain the zone. Drop past Corgan. Corgan, he takes a shot, that one off the wrong end of his stick and went wide. 10 seconds remaining here on the power play. Oganezov. Bazarin, one-timer save there by White.
Stick save there by White.
And Oganezov came out of the zone at the blue line. Pikarski will come out, and another successful penalty kill there for the Elmira Mammoth. Mammoth will get some fresh legs on the ice as Danil Malushkin skates in. Malushkin with speed. He dangles by, and Levac got a piece of it. Seaman pass across for Nathan Campbell. That one banged off the glass. Daniluk in a foot race with Moskal, able to be the first one to it. Plays to Moritz. Campbell goes and bangs it off the boards. Wolf picks up a center ice for Daniluk. Former roommates here in Elmira, Dmitry Daniluk and Jakub Wolf, now both on the same team. Nathan Campbell, pass looking for Moskal, picked off by Malushkin. Malushkin taking a wrister shot on that one, blocked by the skate of Campbell. Daniluk with a drive. Puck still loose out in front. Maratea clears it out of harm's way.
Delaware still having a ton of possession time. Here's Elmira, though, on the odd man rush.
Moskal working through. Will wait at the blue line, try to get a pass down low. Bazarin picks it off. Saucer pass all the way stretched for Wolf. Wolf will clear out of the zone. He's pressured from behind by Moskal and going D to D where the Thunder. Intercepted by Stevens in the neutral zone. A play up for Tate Leeson. Leeson looking for some help. And Wilson able to poke it away from him. Pikarski on the back check hard, and O'Connor on Wilson. Wilson walking in, he shoots. Stick save there by Harley White. It went off the knob of his stick. Tate Leeson will skate up. Leeson through the neutral zone. He's just going to dump it in. 11 and a half minutes remaining in the game. 4-2 Mammoth lead.
Seeing some nice consistent play right now. We've seen a lot of stoppages in this game, a lot of icings, a lot of penalties. Right now we're seeing a clean, consistent game in this third period.
Gafarov gains his own. He throws a shot on net. Harley White makes the save, and he'll hold on to it for a face-off at 11-12.
And finally a stoppage here as Elmira will take a face-off in their defensive zone. 11-12 remaining. First Arena, it is a good time tonight. We've got a decently sized crowd here in Elmira, New York at First Arena. These fans fired up. First game of Mammoth hockey in 2023.
Face-off stuck in the corner. Now comes out for Pikarski. He'll play to the far side to his defensive pairing in Tim O'Connor. O'Connor goes off the glass. Tate Leeson looked to skate on. He's played back into the neutral zone. Hops over the stick of Weber. TJ Delaney in the zone. He skates on the back end, throws a shot on net. Another glove save there by Harley White. His 38th save of the night.
This is unbelievable what he is doing. I mean, Harley White, 38 saves on the night, 38 for 40. And I'm going to do the math here in a second. That is quite the save percentage for Mr. Harley White. 95% on the dot. Seeing Igor Shesterkin numbers like that.
Another shot coming on, and able to get the pillow on it was Harley White. Pass through the neutral zone. Justin Mavelli, the first one to it, and it's dumped right back in. That one played wide. Maratea picks it up behind the twine. Goes for Crawford. Crawford has that one poke checked off his stick. Maratea skating in. He's going to be held up, and we're going to get a penalty coming here as he was hooked from behind. And at 10:27, the Mammoth will head to the power play.
And this is an opportunity really for the Mammoth to put this game away, right? Go 3 goals, 10 minutes to go. It's not 3-0, which is the most dangerous lead in hockey. Or maybe it's just 3 goals. What's the saying? 3 goals or 3-0 is the most dangerous lead in hockey?
3 goals, and it looks like there's going to be 2 guys standing in the box here.
Actually, we're going to have a 5-on-3, a huge opportunity for Elmira to completely put this game away.
We'll see if it's a 5-on-3. Still 4 players on the ice for the Delaware Thunder, but Austin Weber and TJ Delaney both standing in the box. And Austin Weber has had a couple unsportsmanlike conduct calls on him already tonight. I'm assuming that one's going to be another one because he kind of, after the penalty was called, he flung the puck right at the direction of Harley White. I
think we're going to have 5-on-4 here. No, maybe not. Delaware keeps sending players back and forth to the bench.
Delaware has no idea who needs to be on the ice for this 5-on-3.
They figured it out. It's going to be 5-on-3.
It's going to be Wilson, Daniluk, and Asp for the 5-on-3. The Thunder were able to convert on their 5-on-3 earlier. We'll see if the Mammoth can do the same.
This is where you need to work the puck to Ryan Moskal. He's going to be able to make something happen with all that space.
Wilson able to combine there with Stevens, and it's going to be another penalty on the Delaware Thunder.
Oh, it is.
It looks like they're going to call it on Houston Wilson.
Hey, you can't do the 5-on-2, unfortunately.
Well, maybe not on Houston Wilson. These officials having a really hard time making calls tonight, and it's going to be on Kyle Stevens. He's going to head to the box.
The box is getting, oh wait, it's actually on Elmira.
It's going to be on Kyle Stevens. He'll head to the box.
So it's going to be 4-on-3. So Elmira blowing a little bit of an opportunity. 5-on-3 is what you want. I mean, that is what you want 10 times out of 10. It's not going to be 4-on-3, which they're also going to take. So we'll see what happens here. Not a lot of players on the ice, very thin.
So it's going to be Moskal, Campbell, Levac, and Soilis on the ice for Elmira. Excuse me, Maratea coming on for Soilis, but it's Wilson, Daniluk, and Asp, the three. And now there's an issue with the clock. They try and figure this out. The officials losing control quickly in this game.
A little frustrated here with the FPHL officiating, Jake.
No, I've begged for it all season. They need microphones to tell us what's happening.
Right. Well, listen. It's not just the FPHL. Every sport needs that. I mean, it took Major League Baseball 40 years to figure out what the NFL had been doing for, 30 years after they finally did it. Yeah, every sport. The NBA does it now. The NHL does it now, obviously. We're getting to that point. Need it in the FPHL. We're calling for it right here, right now. Refs, microphones. Tell the fans what's going on the ice.
Picked up by the Mammoth and Nathan Campbell behind the net. Maratea goes to pick up his twig. Moskal will skate through the neutral zone. Still a power play opportunity for Elmira. Pass up for Levac. Levac with Daniluk on him. Tried to spin away, and Daniluk going to clear the zone. Comes to Harley White. White up for Levac. 2-on-2. Levac drop past Moskal. Moskal over to Levac. Skates to pick it up. Sends it across for Campbell. Campbell lining up O'Connor. He shoots that one. Pad save. Moskal with a shot. Another save. Levac looked to wrap it through. And good defense there by the Thunder. Still kept in the zone by the Mammoth. Lining up O'Connor. Another drive.
And there's a ton of space out there. The Mammoths, they're going to be firing on all cylinders.
O'Connor for Moskal. Parker Moskal along the dot. Going to play it to the point for O'Connor. O'Connor slowly walking in. He shoots that one. Saved by Martin. Levac now trying to get to it. It comes for Asp. Now out for Campbell. Campbell. O'Connor with another drive. That one off the backboards.
I would work the puck to Moskal here. He hasn't seen it a whole lot on this 4-on-3. You've got 34 seconds to go to make something happen. Moskal going and calling for that puck.
Now for O'Connor. Over to Campbell. Campbell for Moskal. Moskal slowly walking in. He shoots. Tried to pick a corner. Now it's out in front. A Levac tip in. That one was saved there by Martin.
You probably got time for another set piece here. 20 seconds to go. 16, 15 seconds to go on this penalty kill or power play.
Campbell with a drive. That one goes off the stick of Houston Wilson and will go up and out of play at 8:37.
So you've got 10 seconds left here on 4-on-3 hockey. There is a ton of space out on that ice. You got to try and make a play here. Put this game away at 5-2 with 8:37 as we are going to get a media timeout.
And with the penalty, obviously, it's going to be Weber and Delaney both coming out of the box at the same time. So they'll have a 15-second power play opportunity until Stevens comes out of the box. Let's just, with all the penalties going on and all the calls, we'll run through those.
Should we? Do we have enough time, Jake?
TJ Delaney with a hooking call, Austin Weber for unsportsmanlike conduct, and Kyle Stevens with a tripping minor. So those are the three guys sitting in the box right now for these two teams.
I mean, I'm just looking at the penalties for the whole game. So this is something else.
A lot of penalties.
Probably, we don't have time to count them all right now, but probably 9 or 10 penalties each, right?
I mean, at least 20 penalties in this game combined. Over 15 at least, but a 4-2 game here while we have time. Binghamton 13-2 over Port Huron Watertown with a 3-0 lead over the Mississippi Seawolves. Columbus up 3-0 over Motor City. Carolina up 5-3 over Danbury. And I believe that Binghamton and Port Huron game probably has concluded. So I believe that's going to be a 13-2 final.
It concluded after the first period. Let's all be honest with ourselves.
Anderson for Piekarski, lining up O'Connor. He shoots. Martin with the shoulder save.
That was their play. 5 seconds to go. Let's see if they can get one more shot.
O'Connor going to work his way in for Leeson. Leeson will skate out of the zone and play it back. 10 seconds remaining as O'Connor just going to play it down. Caught out of the air by Moritz. Dalton Anderson looks to kill some more time as Stevens going to work his way out of the box. Back to 5-on-5 hockey here at First Arena for the first time in quite a while. 8:06 to play. It rings around the boards. Piekarski and Weber combine. Picked up by Malushkin. Malushkin goes to the far side, plays it out to the blue line for Justin Mavelli. Mavelli shoots on that one, goes up and over. Picked up by Weber, the alternate captain, working his way out with it. He walks in, shoots, and saved there by Harley White.
7:45 to go in this period. It's the 50-50 winner about to be announced here at First Arena. Very solid game. Look, this is the exact result you want if you're the Mammoths, and I'm sure there's a couple things that they would want to improve upon. But 7:45 to go. You don't want to get lazy here. You don't want to fall asleep at the end of this one. There's been a lot of penalties, so it's hard to fall asleep in a game like this where it's this chippy.
Moscow going to play it all the way down, and that one most likely will be called for icing, and it will be an icing call. That'll bring the face-off all the way back down. One player I'm really impressed with tonight for the Delaware Thunder is going to be number 19, Austin Weber. Talked a lot about him. Kind of been all over the place tonight. He's been in the penalty box a few times, but he's all over the ice. 20 games played this season, 2 goals and 6 assists. Played 25 games last year in the SPHL for the Birmingham Bulls. Started the year with Port Huron. Was brought over here to Delaware. So Austin Weber, a guy that I'm going to look out for on Sunday as well in the rest of this game to see what he can do. Still in the offensive zone for the Thunder. Bazarin pressured there by Moskal. Comes for Maratea. Maratea back for O'Reilly. Haven't seen too much of Brendan O'Reilly tonight for the Delaware Thunder. Nathan Campbell going to play it in. Bangs off the Bully Hill Vineyards dasher. And Asp pokes it in. Goes under Maratea. Stick picked up by Nathan Campbell. Plays it off the boards. Looking for Levac, and Brendan O'Reilly the first one to it. Campbell looking up for Levac. Battle in the neutral zone here. Finally picked up by Campbell. Campbell skating in. Campbell with some room, leaves it off for Golo. Golo tried to get a shot. He was handcuffed by the pass, and a 4-on-3 the other direction.
Good chance for the Thunder to try and start their comeback.
And Mavelli shoots, and Harley White saves in the breadbasket. His 43rd shot faced of the night, his 41st save of the night.
Harley White coming in this game had a save percentage of .835. It's now over 95% on the night, and I am very fascinated to see. Now, I'm not good at math, so I'm not going to be able to calculate his save percentage on the season for you, but a very, very solid performance from him tonight.
Tate Leeson flipped that puck up through the air. It's now stuck at the skates of Tate Leeson and goes back in the defensive end. 6.5 minutes remaining in the game. 4-2 Mammoth lead over the Delaware Thunder. It's off the back of the netting. So is putting pressure on Moritz. Coming to save Grace there was Houston Wilson. Wilson going to play it through for Malushkin. The poke check there for Piekarski to interrupt play momentarily. Wilson for Malushkin. Malushkin going to skate in. Plays it down in the far side corner. Oganezov now on the puck. Centering pass and nobody home. And O'Connor able to clear it all the way down. Tate Leeson skating with Mavelli. His pass intercepted by Soilis. Soilis for Leeson. Leeson with a wrister. He shoots and he scores! Tate Leeson gets his second of the game, and the Elmira Mammoth take a 5-2 lead.
Tate Leeson, how many times have we said this man's name tonight? He gets a goal. The horn sounds for him once again. Elmira up 5-2 with just a little under 6 minutes to go. 5:50 remaining in the period. And Tate Leeson, he has gotten it done for the Mammoths tonight. 5-2 the score now against the Thunder.
That goal, the definition of bar down for Tate Leeson. What a pass from Stavros Soilis to find Tate Leeson waiting and waiting. And he was able to bury it at 5:50, and the Mammoth have a 5-2 lead here against the Delaware Thunder as they win the faceoff and try and work their way right back down. It's Chris Hunt, Dimitri Daniluk battling below the goal line. Now Daniluk picks it back up, and he's going to skate to the far side. Drop pass for Rasmus Asp. Asp elects to skate up with it. Now a pass for Weber as he skates in front of both benches. He'll dump it into the zone. He'll play it along the boards. Don Carter looks to play it by Dimitri Daniluk. Kept at the skates of Daniluk on a good back check there by Carter to create a turnover. Pass up for Chris Hunt. Hunt with 1 goal already tonight. He throws a shot on blocker saved by Martin. It's going to be Rasmus Asp for Weber. Now dropped for Maratea. 3-on-3. Nick Golo into the zone. Drop pass Maratea. Maratea walking in looking for Hunt. Hunt jabbing at it, and it goes wide.
Hunt almost with his 2nd goal of the game. He is looking for it. He's been standing right in front of that goalie the last couple minutes.
Golo tried to get a pass out to the blue line. Kept in momentarily by Levac, and it works its way out. Maratea up for Levac. Levac between the legs for O'Connor. O'Connor tried to drag by Asp, and he's held up. Puck flipped up in the air, caught, and played down to the ground. Levac, and we're going to get a penalty coming up on the Thunder. It's going to be another opportunity as O'Connor was hit pretty hard. He's going to skate to the bench. And again,
Asp.
It's going to be for the 3rd time tonight. Rasmus Asp comes to join the sin bin, and he'll head to the penalty box with 4:32 to play.
The Mammoth faithful giving it to him as he heads to the box. 4:32 to go. And at this point, Elmira about to go back on the power play. It's 5-2, 4:32 to go. By the time Delaware gets back to full strength, there'll be 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this one. Just a little bit past 10 o'clock here at First Arena. And we have had a good game tonight. First action of 2023 for the Mammoth and the Delaware Thunder. You know what's interesting, Jake? A lot of sports teams' names end in S, right? And the Mammoth and Thunder both do not. There's only like 6 teams in professional sports whose names don't end in S. And we've got 2 out of 10 teams in the FPHL that don't. Fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, every other team in the league ends with S.
Yeah, that is fascinating. So, folks, these are the types of things that I bring to the broadcast. That is weird. Interesting. I also, before tonight, didn't know that the plural of Mammoth was Mammoth.
Yeah. So it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff win by the Mammoth on the power play. Golo skating to the far side. Has it on the backhand, now works through his forehand and plays it out to the blue line, O'Connor. O'Connor for Leeson. Leeson on hat-trick watch, cross ice, goal, lines up, he shoots that one, blocked by Moritz. 2-on-1 the other way, breakaway chance for Malishkin. Malishkin walking in, gets by Harley White, and that shot goes up and into the glass.
And he shot that right over White's head there, right up to the glass. So Elmira, minute 28 left to try and get another power play goal and get your score prediction right.
Tate Leeson, drop pass for Golo. Under 4 minutes to play here in the period.
Actually, that's my fault. Thunder would need another goal for your score prediction to come true.
Golo for Anderson and played in by O'Connor. And we have another hand raised. It's another penalty on the Delaware Thunder. Chris Hunt playing it out in front, and that one touched by Dimitri Daniluk. We'll have some 5-on-3 action here in First Arena.
And they'll really try and bury the Delaware Thunder. And oh boy, Wilson.
He's throwing some punches at Tate Leeson as Leeson trying to skate to the bench. Houston Wilson going to head to the box to join Erasmus Asp.
Join his buddy there. What do you think they'll talk about?
Maybe what they'll do this weekend. They got a night off.
They got a whole day tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Elmira? What are the sights? What are we seeing?
Mark Twain's grave.
Really?
Yeah.
That's right. I remember you telling me that when you first moved here. Mark Twain's grave. My father's probably freaking out right now, if he's still watching. Fascinating. What else we got? Got the Mammoth, of course. Got the Renegades tomorrow.
The Renegades tomorrow night. You shouldn't be doing
that.
anything else.
Nothing but a shameless self-plug there.
So 3:34 to play. 1:02 left on the Rasmus Asp penalty. Kept in the zone by Moskal. 5-on-3 opportunity. Moskal going to work his way in. Plays it for Carter. Carter back to Moskal on the far side. He'll walk his way in. Moskal dropping low for Carter. Carter in the face-off dot to the blue line for Campbell. Campbell over to Stevens. Stevens to Campbell. Methodical power play here for the Mammoth. Moskal shooting on. Martin with the pad save.
And a 5-on-3, you just want to be able to say that you were able to score. I mean, you have a ton of space on the ice. You're out two-man advantage, and that's what Elmira's looking to do.
Campbell thought about lining one up. Drops it for Stevens. Stevens going to work his way in. Cross ice Moskal. Moskal for Stevens. Stevens working in. He shoots that one. Goes up and over, and he's frustrated. He thought he had one past Martin. And at 2:45, we'll get an offense zone faceoff.
13 seconds left on the 5-on-3. A minute 10 overall left on the power play. 2:45 to go in the end, till the end of the game. And Elmira, it looks like it's going to be their 6th win of the year. They'll improve to 6-16-3. On the Thunder, they'll lose their 19th straight game, 122, and 1.
Golo for Anderson. Anderson dropping down for Leeson. Leeson out to Golo. Asp working his way out of the box in 2 seconds. 5-on-4. Back for Anderson. Anderson trying to walk in. Mavalli able to get a skate on it. And Dimitri Daniluk pass up for TJ Delaney. 2-on-2 the other way. TJ Delaney tried to work by, and Nick Golo able to pick the puck up. He's going to play it to the far side, but it's kept in by Asp. Left for Delaney. Delaney pressured there. Able to pick it up on the high slide. He walks in. He shoots. Saved there by White. It's played to the far side. Under 30 seconds left on the Wilson penalty. Delaware killing a bunch of time here. Hunt lays a hit there on Daniluk. Picked up by Rasmus Asp. He threw a shot on that one. Picked up by Golo. Up for Tate Leeson. Leeson into the offensive zone.
Leeson looking for the hat trick.
Pass for Hunt. Hunt on the back hit. He shoots there. Saved with the blocker by Martin. Coming out of the box in 4 seconds. Leeson shoots again. Now it's for Hunt. Hunt, what a save there by Martin.
Martin, a couple of great saves at the end of this one. And now Wilson on a breakaway.
Wilson on a breakaway. He walks in. Able to make the save there was Harley White. We'll have a penalty upcoming on Christopher Maratea at 1:24. What a save there from Harley White.
Harley White has been all over the place tonight, folks. Another great save by him. And just a minute 24 to go in this one. We are going to be seeing another penalty. It's going to be slashing. And minute 24 to go. 5-2 Mammoth here at First Arena in Elmira, New York. It looks like we are taking a little bit of a media timeout. And actually, we're going to get a penalty shot. Under 2 minutes to go, correct?
Well, I believe he was interfered with on the way, so it's going to be Houston Wilson picking the puck up at center ice. Wilson will skate to the near side. Now he works his way methodically in. Looking at Harley White. He shoots. What a save by White. Harley White stands up Houston Wilson on the penalty shot and keeps the game 5-2.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're Wilson. If you are the, if you are the Delaware Thunder. You've lost 18 in a row. You're down 5-2, a minute 24 to go. They give you a free penalty shot, and Harley White just makes that save. 5-2. The Thunder are gonna fall again, 19 in a row. That is over two straight weeks of losing for them. These two teams will be back at it again on Sunday. It's going to be an interesting one then. We'll see if Delaware comes out motivated, but got to be frustrating if you're the Thunder in this one. A tough performance tonight. And Elmira were able to score 5 goals. That's what they needed. And it looks like they're going to get it done as we're taking our final media timeout here.
43
timeout
saves.
by Delaware, possibly.
43 saves tonight for Harley White.
Yeah, Harley
27 saves for Trevor Martin.
Harley White has been absolutely fantastic in this one. We'll see if he gets to start Sunday. I would imagine he's going to get a little bit of a rest. But a fantastic night. He has stood on his head. I mean, just a fantastic performance from him. As we'll look to finish out this one, a minute 24. And then we will get you on with your Friday night, folks.
Face-off won by the Thunder. It's Jakub Wolf. Wolf walking in, trying to score. And what a save there by White. able to get across the crease.
Wow, I thought that puck went in. It did not. Another great save by White.
Daniluk took a shot. That one never reached White out in front. Picked up by Wolf. Out to the blue line. Lining up Asp. Asp shot blocked by Dakota Seaman. 1 minute to play here in the period. Crawford and Dimitri Daniluk collide.
No penalty called there.
And we do have an empty net, so a 6-on-3 as the Thunder try and will themselves back into the game. 45 seconds left. Malushkin down the far side. He's working into the high slot. Puck still loose. Now comes to Carter. Still loose out of fresh save there by White. Pass to the blue line for Daniluk. Bodies flying all over the place. Shot coming on that one off the glass. Seaman tried to play it off the boards. Picked up by Hunt. Hunt looking for his second of the night on the empty net. Hunt with Daniluk on him. His shot's blocked there by Daniluk, keeping the puck out of the net.
And
now colliding is Moscow walking in. Wolf able to make a stick play. There's a battle in the corner. Puck still worked into the defensive end. 12 seconds left. Moscow shoots on. 8 seconds left, and Dimitri Daniluk onto the puck. And that's going to do it from First Arena. The Elmira Mammoth get back in the win column and defeat the Delaware Thunder by a score of 5-2 in front of the home faithful.
And a great game for Elmira. First game with their new player, head coach, Mo Levac. He gets his first coaching win under his belt. He is 1-0. And the Elmira Mammoths, their 6th win of the year. They put a little bit of space between them and the Delaware Thunder. And overall, good game for Elmira. 5 goals on the night for them. And the Thunder, you know, Jake, I thought they played really well. They got 47 shots on the net tonight. And they attacked the entire game. That was clearly their game plan. And that's just a credit to Harley White, who played fantastic. He is my first star on the night. Just absolutely fantastic for him. Tate Leeson's going to get number 2. And Mo Levac, you got to give him the star due to the fact that it's his first coaching win of the night. And Jake, why don't you give out the official 3 stars of the game?
The official stars of the game, starting with the 3rd star, is going to be Dalton Anderson. He had a goal and an assist tonight. Then it's going to be Tate Leeson, 2 goals and an assist for him. And our 1st star of the night is going to be Harley White. He made 45 saves tonight for the Elmira Mammoth, only allowing 2 goals as the Mammoth get back in the win column and win 5-2. And we're going to send it down in just a couple minutes to Lex, and she's with Harley White, our 1st star of the game. And they're announcing Dalton Anderson as the 3rd star of the game. Tate Leeson, the 2nd star of the game. And our interview coming up with Harley White. We'll send it down to Lex here in just a moment. There's Harley White, the 1st star of the game. And with that, we're going to say goodnight from the First Arena press box. The Elmira Mammoth win 5-2 over the Delaware Thunder. For Aaron Valentino, I'm Jake Johnson. We'll see you right back here Sunday at 4 p.m.